Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John.
I'm Claire.
This is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Stellaris, the golden age of Stellaris. And the slightly awkward bit at the beginning of the stream that we always cut out in the highlights, but as always, you get to enjoy this little bit right here. The awkward bit at the beginning of the stream. If I pause that, I should have paused that. That should be paused. No, that needs to be paused. Okay, fine. Hang on. We're doing the awkward bit at the beginning of the stream right now, where now we just do all of the tech checks and whatever.
Working.
Excellent, that all seems to be fine, and Claire's got her bit up that she needs there. Audio levels look about right, marvellous. Right, good. In which case, let's actually switch over to... Hope I set this up correctly. Yeah, there we go. Right, set everything up correctly. Welcome back to Stellaris, and welcome to the Golden Age. Because once upon a time, long ago. This is us, by the way. This is us in green. If you're new to this, you haven't been paying attention. This is us in green. We're the Pax Romana. We're space robots. We're what Julianus Vatinius did next after he built a rocket out of wood and launched it from Naples at the end of the Rome Total War run. This is what he went and did next. He basically took over the entire galaxy, which was flipping nice. And now we're in green. All of our allies are in purple. But quite frankly, like, if we wanted to, we probably are strong enough to take on all of our allies simultaneously. We're not doing that. I like my allies. We're very close to a Federation victory. I'm not going to screw that up by immediately, like, you know, throwing our Federation under a bus at this point. That would be very silly indeed. So yes, all our allies are in purple, and the guys in yellow are my vassals. I was about to say my loyal vassals. I haven't actually checked them for a while. Yeah, they're loyal. Right, that guy down there, loyal. These guys up here, loyal. Excellent. Partially because they're pathetic in strength and we've got the biggest fleet in the galaxy. So it might not be entirely, you know, entirely consensual. There might be an element of fear going on here, that they're worried what might happen if, you know, they don't decide to play ball with us. But whatever, it all works in the end. And there used to be some small problems, like in this bit of space, where there might have been, you know, like the Apathy area, for example. They're dead now. And up here, the Thembalon, they're dead and no one's even bothered. Actually, I think these guys have actually moved into one of the territories. Hang on, can we actually... I think we've actually got something nearby. This might have actually been over... Down here, is this the world? Have you actually moved on to a world that used to be... I think they might have done, actually. No, maybe this was theirs all along, because that doesn't look like Thembalon technology. That looks like fairly normal technology. So possibly that was theirs. That was theirs all along. But yes, there certainly used to be a whole load of, in fact, and there still are, like, just ready for the taking. Whenever, ooh, oh yeah, I forgot, of course, the Mighty Ducks. Wait, did you take that off someone? Oh, I think you took that off someone. Cruise Cocoon. No, I think I'm trying to remember whether I think the ducks might have actually just settled this over here. So the ducks are actually taking part in a bit of a expansion over in this direction, because that looks brand new to me. Though interestingly, a whole bunch of mushrooms have just migrated straight to it, which is very cool indeed. And did you just settle this, or is this actually these are our bug people, the sex bug people? Ooh, no, this is intriguing. The bug people have are you Apathy? Okay, a huge number of Apathy have jumped ship to what appears to be a relatively young settlement belonging to the bug people. I don't know why, they just are, so... The poor Apathy are just struggling to find a home, quite frankly. After the whole accidental genocide I issued against them, they've kind of ended up as refugees all around the world. But still, it's nice to see that our Federation is expanding into this space. Oh, and the kind of the minty green people are people who are associate members. So, friendly to us, but not quite associate members, are unlikely to go to war against us. And who are you? Why are you these guys down here? What's your problem?
Blue robot lady.
Blue. I don't think she's a robot. I think she's not a robot. She's just an honor-bound warrior. Unfriendly to us. What's your problem?
Just that lady from Fifth Element. She's going to start singing any minute.
Ah, she is pretty much. Yeah, she's. They are independence guaranteed by the Sin. I think they're a breakaway. I think there might be a breakaway mini-empire from one of our Federation members, which is why they're in, they're actually in red, because they actually don't like us and they're deemed to be kind of hostile, and kind of hostile power, if you like. But anyway, I'd say we can just start thinking, I think we can just start things ticking along here. Basically, at this point, we need to start expanding as quickly as possible, because I need to get my fleet capacity up and up and up. Speaking of which, have I even got the... Just what I've actually got the flipping Grand Fleet on right now. Yes, the Grand Fleet is actually active. The Grand Fleet is active. And even then, I'm over capacity mint. I just need to expand. Everything that doesn't have flipping spaceports needs spaceports to go like up and up and up. Yeah, that's right. Everyone just grow your spaceport. Alright, everything that can grow, just grow. Alright, there we go. I'm just going to build spaceport upgrades around the world, quite frankly. I think everyone else is already at level 6. Oh, everything else is very close to level 6 already. That's terrifying. Brother Benor doesn't. He can have that. There we are. Let's just burn some money on getting this up, because I'll actually get my... Because I'm doing all of them simultaneously, this will happen surprisingly quickly, but literally every other spaceport in the Empire is... I know, aside from that one, now they're all going to be level 6. They're all in level 6 spaceports. While I'm just kind of having a looksy around, reminding myself what's going on with the diplomatic situation with who we can and can't go to war with. Claire, I think you've got some stuff to have a little looksy at.
Yes. We've got some donation of Super Chat and some... also regular chat in the comments in the live chat of the video. So a shout out to Razdy Blood, who gave us £5 and said, donating as I have turned 18 today and would like to give a bit more than my usual Patreon to celebrate as thanks for the great content. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Brasdy Blood. 18th is incredibly significant. I think. I can't remember. It was too long ago for me. But I seem to recall it's deemed to be significant.
And also shout out to Killer Minnow, who gave us $2 and said, John Clare Stellaris, what a great Saturday.
Well, Stellaris, absolutely, yes.
Yes, and Claire.
Yes, Stellaris, yes. Stellaris is very...
Also, we've got some messages from the chat. We've got regular Bob Boblington asking if we have any bets on what endgame crisis we will get.
Technically, okay, this is a really interesting one, because I've actually been putting some thought into this. Statistically, the most likely is Unbidden, because we've gone and smashed all 4 of the Fallen Empires or Awakened Ascendances, which means, and as we saw when we were taking on the Thembalon, a load of our Federation buddies basically took advantage of the situation with all the debris floating around from the snails and from the ring world to learn jump drive technology for themselves. So a load of people have jump drives. The more empires in the galaxy that have jump drives, the more likely it is that someone's going to trigger the Unbidden, because they're going to tear a hole in reality the Unbidden can come through. So it is statistically fairly likely the Unbidden are going to rock up. I'm pretty sure that's true anyway. I would like to see the Swarm, but the Swarm have nothing that like impacts how likely the Swarm is to show up. The Swarm just shows up pretty much as a backup, kind of if the Unbidden don't spawn early. I think like it's every 50 years or so the Unbidden have like it kind of rolls the dice for the Unbidden, so they didn't trigger in 2400, so I think the next dice roll for the Unbidden might be 2450. So if that doesn't happen, then it's probably likely to be the Swarm at that point. They're very sharp. Technically, I have read it is physically possible for there to be no endgame crisis. It's just staggeringly unlikely on the probabilities, so hopefully that won't happen to us. And as for the AI Rebellion, well, technically, we have had AI for a long time. It could happen. If it does happen, that's relatively the easier one to take care of. And I think, actually, I haven't seen many empires with robots in them, quite frankly. So I don't think it would be a huge issue for us to deal with as a federation. So we'll have to see about that. So I still think the Unbidden are likely to show up. I really hope, however, it is the Swarm that does show up instead, because that would be more interesting, I would say. What are you doing? Claire, carry on, please.
Yes, and we also have a message from Ella, who gave us £5 and said, giving you guys some money as a thanks for distracting me from Saturday afternoon existential dread that was starting to set in. And also a message from Syndrake, who gave us $5 Australian and just said good morning. So very good, very early probably morning to you, as everyone.
The Australians, yes.
Like, happy to see, but also bloody impressed by the Australians and the New Zealanders that are staying up super late to see us. Can
the chat actually let me know, by the way, because I'm not too sure about this. I've noticed that there's a big long-running war between the Warthog people and the Sin Empire that's been going on for a long time. It includes a lot of Sin planets currently under occupation. If I were to go to war with the Sin, which I am allowed to do, am I able to occupy worlds that are being occupied as part of a different war? Or is that not allowed? Because it looks to me like the potential army I will be fighting is the militia of the Sin, not the militia of the Warthog people. Suggesting I could occupy it. But if they've already occupied it, does that mean like we can both occupy it simultaneously? I don't know. If the chat could let me know that would be appreciated. Because I'm not actually sure, like, because starting a war with the Sin would be really stupid if it might lead to a situation where, like, I can't occupy a fair few of their planets because someone else got there first. That would be mildly annoying. So we'll need to keep an eye on that. So Claire, carry on while I just quickly do some upgrades on the planet's surface here.
Yeah, we've got also a message from Ollie, who's a regular commenter. Gave
Absolutely.
us 10 euros and said, hello, John. Also Claire, I guess. Well, I guess, hello, Ollie.
That's right.
Nice.
Ollie gets it.
And also a message from...
Xeno Zoo pets! Woo! Xeno Zoo! Xeno Zoo! Xeno Zoo! I love the Xeno Zoo. It's the best thing.
Do you love the Xeno Zoo? I didn't realise that.
Shut up, Claire.
Also, yeah, we've got a Crusader Templar in the chat mentioning that the blue alien lady that we saw earlier was very much like PB, which I thought you would appreciate.
Is she that? I wouldn't have said she was particularly kind of a sari. I wouldn't have gone for that one, to be honest. That's interesting.
Blue.
Mm-hmm. It's true. She was blue. That's true. But like, you know, so is a body of water or Marge Simpson's hair, but it doesn't look much like PB.
Okay, fine. I thought I'd bring it up because you love PB so much.
I do love PB so much.
But a shout out to Sarah Key, who gave us 50 Swedish krona and said, I didn't think that one could set ice on fire, but you proved me wrong once already. So will there be fire in space, John?
Oh, it would not surprise me in the slightest, you know. It would not surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah, someone earlier in chat was asking us to promise not to set anything on fire. I told them to not.
You've come to the wrong stream.
Yeah, not ask you to make promises that you cannot keep, that you cannot possibly keep.
Oh, look at this, Matasnobia. The mushroom people have come back.
Oh,
People are actually migrating. There's like multiple migrants to Matasnobia. They've come back because they've, you know, the bodies have been buried. Everyone's happy to show up again now. I think it's nice that everyone has come back here.
A shout out to our friend Malignant Martian, who is back and has given us 5 New Zealand dollars.
Thank you very much, Malignant Martian.
Said, hi John and Claire, good morning from New Zealand. Can I have a shout for Svein, please?
For Sven?
Yeah.
Sven of Milton Keynes? Any particular Sven? The dead Sven?
There's a Sven and there's
the Sven in the chat. The Sven in the chat. Yeah, sorry. Yes, absolutely. Hello, Sven.
Yes, another regular viewer is Sven's Ghost. And yeah, shout out to the English Potato, who is again a regular in the chat, who said Monday's my birthday, and I decided to spend my birthday with my favourite YouTubers, and a happy birthday would mean a lot. So happy birthday, the English Potato.
Happy birthday, the English Potato.
John.
Oh, that's the person with the cat named John? I like the updates. By the way, I like the fact that you remember the preserve that we accidentally genocided. I'm liking that it is actually looking. It's looking to me like it's gone back to being really multicultural. Look, there's the Zukkun, there's the Zikmoks, how much people, and an Aria 2 have moved in. There's Romans, of course. There's quite a few mushrooms floating around. There's even a Valmanax, who mostly had already been exterminated, but one of them I think kind of fled to us ahead of time, member of the Council of High Technology. So that's lovely. We've got a whole bunch of these people here. I don't know if I want to kind of hang on. What's underneath some of these? I might want to actually demolish some of these. Like, yeah, I might want to demolish that and replace it with something more useful, like a mining network, as the Xeno Preserve is. Well, it's producing sociology, which we are a little bit lacking in. So if there's not anything good on the tile, I might be willing to swap it out. We'll have to see what else is good on the tile. Like, if there's nothing there, but like, actually, we could swap that out for, replace that with. Is there anything we haven't got on this world yet that we could do with? Xeno Zoo, but sadly there's no Xeno pet, so that is very, very sad indeed. Right, we'll just leave that. But yes, Claire, carry on while I just continue doing my round to the beginning.
A shout out to Lloyd Yoshi, who gave us £2 and said, did you have any news on Nerdcube? I miss his videos.
Well, you'd have to ask him. I understand the...
Don't ask him, he's on holiday.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well deserved.
I believe on Twitter he did recently tweet out a link to an unlisted video, so he's put that out, which was for Slime Ranch, if I recall correctly. That was actually, I think, this morning, in fact, or maybe last night. So there is a new video floating around, and as I understand it, more new videos are coming up in September. At some point, and we are in September now, so I imagine he is back. I know he's changed things up, and he's going to do a smaller number of like really, really high effort videos at this point. Obviously, I cannot possibly discuss them in any detail. You'll have to wait for him to choose to reveal what he wants to reveal about all of that business.
And a shout out to Colette Brennan, who gave us $5 and said, love your content, been here for about a year and happy to send some cash your way. So thank you very much for that. And also we've got a comment from Robert Wisawati, another regular commenter and donator. Who...
Oh, you mean Robert Wishy-Washy?
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I said it right. Who gave us $5 and said, "Hi, John and Claire. Thank you for making my Saturdays great. John, would you ever do a one-off or a mini-series for Stardew Valley?"
Stardew Valley... You know, I previously would have said no, but then I've kind of... What did I play recently I quite enjoyed? Oh, I can't tell you what I've played recently I quite enjoyed, because you haven't actually seen that video yet. There's something else I played recently I quite enjoyed that was, well, not quite that non-entirely dissimilar either. So, actually, yes, quite possibly at some point, yes. But, in all fairness, expect me to potentially try and, you know, turn it into some form of nightmarish dystopia involving killing everything, because I can't imagine I'd play it desperately seriously.
A shout out to Stetson Newsy, who gave us $40 and said, "Happy belated birthday, John, because your live stream was at a dumb time. Won't be able
It was on... I did the birthday live stream on my birthday. I'm so flipping
your birthday's
sorry.
dumb, John.
It's a good birthday. I'm a Leo. It's the best star sign.
Stetson says, "Won't be able to donate much as I'm moving out, but I just want to say you two never fail to make me laugh, and that means a lot to me. You're the best."
Aww.
Thank you. Good luck for moving. Moving is the worst.
Moving is the worst.
Oh, so good luck with that. And a shout out to Neil Mullinger, who gave us £5 and said, "I just got home after spending time with the missus. Glad to get here. Only 9 minutes into the stream. Woo Claire, woo Stellaris, woo me. Lol,
Woo everything. I agree with Operation Woo all the things.
Except it didn't have John in it. Never mind. Shout out to Julia.
Hey! It didn't as well. Boo!
Shout out to Julia Maluka, who gave us £50. Thank you so much for your
generosity.
Wow.
Thank you very, very much indeed, Julia.
And said, "Salted caramel fudge greetings from Edinburgh."
We actually don't have the salted caramel today.
They sound like the best kind of greetings, though. So
that's true.
Really
we got confused, went to different shops, and both bought snacks. So now we've got a choice of chocolate rolls, little mini rolls, which I bought because they was on Bake Off this week. So I bought them in honour of Bake Off, and you got us little cinnamon swirls.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. Well, actually, they're quite large cinnamon swirls, like they're pastries. But
yes.
Excellent. And also, Colonel Justice in the chat says, "Can you ask John to please name some planets after all the animals he's killed recently, like Ms. Whittington and Wolfie?" I don't think he's killed Wolfie, just Wolfie's dreams. We can name a planet.
No, I think they're talking about Wolfie in Until Dawn. They're talking about Wolfie in Until Dawn, who did possibly die. But it wasn't my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Not my fault.
You should just find like a deserted planet that's like barren and arid and name it Claire's Dream.
That's true, actually. I should. Next time we settle a world that's got a tomb world, we will call it Claire's Dreams.
Oh, so sad.
That seems reasonable and acceptable, yes.
Shout out to Alex C, who gave us £5 and said, "John, if PB and Benno were in a burning building and you only had time to save one, who would it be?"
Benno.
Benno!
Yeah. PB's alright, but PB's no Liara at the end of the day. Liara's no Tali. So, you know, in the chain of stuff, ultimately...
PB, Liara, Tali, Benno. Do we think that's accurate?
Tali at the top, then Benno, then Liara.
Controversial.
Look, Tali is Bae. Tali is ultimate Bae. Alright, like, at the end of Mass Effect 3, when Tali does her final little goodbye to you, I was crying.
I know.
I was sobbing at Mass Effect 3 at that point.
Shout out to our very good friend, the man with the best username, Sir
Roderick Quincy Thunderbottom, High King of Australia the Third.
You said it wrong!
Damn it, I wasn't saying it. You're the one that can... Okay, you do it properly. Do it properly.
Sir Roderick Quincy von Thunderbottom, the magnificent High King of Australia.
Sorry. Thank you.
He gave us $5 Australian and says John's been restricted to the Galactic Command Chair, for if he sets foot on any world, it is likely to start spontaneously combusting, which is a very fair comment.
That seems fair to me. Yes.
Also, a shout out to Adam Hoey and to Jeb Julian, who both sent us donations without messages. So thank you very much for that. That was £3 and $10 Australian.
Do feel free to at Claire with some messages if you do want to send messages. We know sometimes the system can be a bit screwy, so do feel free to follow up with them.
Yeah, and also, guys, I've got to say today that we don't have a Thomas in the chat right now, so there is a little bit more for me to do than usual, so I'm sorry if I missed some stuff, but we have a list of all the donations. I'm gonna get to them, and I also have a list of comments from the chat that I want to mention that are, you know, regular comments. If you want me to see stuff, the best thing to do is to reply me, especially because there's too much, there's so much going on right now.
Do you have to see in the chat if anyone said anything about the Sin situation, whether we're actually allowed to occupy Sin worlds?
I don't know. Let's give them a couple of minutes to get back to you on that.
Mm-hmm. Why is there huge amounts of...
No, there is definitely controversy about what you were saying about Tali and Liara being bae.
Tali is ultimate bae. I've never cared about a romance in a game as much as I have with Tali. Tali's amazing. Tali's a beautiful, wonderful character. And yeah, I forgot about this. There's a bunch of Federation ships who are that are being driven by Claire just outside Vesta, unfortunately.
Is that where they're going in circles?
Yes,
they're driven by me. That's amazing.
This is Claire. This is the Claire ship right here. It's struggling to get into gear.
Wait, had you already decided they were the Claire ships before they started doing that?
That one just crashed into that's the Claire ship right there.
Ethan in the chat says,
"Do it, Claire! No!"
Thank you. That was helpful.
There were sound effects and everything.
Yeah. Ethan in the chat says, "Did John kill Thomas?" No, very much no, because we like Thomas a lot, and he does a lot of good work. So we would not do that ever. But yes, also a shout out to Electric. Whose name I cannot say without doing a robot voice.
Hang on, we need to spend 7,000 minerals fully upgrading this fleet. I can't even remember what we're upgrading, but we're gonna make it somehow better. There we are. 7,000 minerals invested in that. Sorry, go on with Electric.
Electric gave us £2 and said, "Keep up the good work, John, and maybe Claire." Oi!
Maybe Claire. She said the thing!
Also a shout out to our friend Roderick in the chat who said you can take over for, I'm assuming that's in world, so long as you're at war with the occupants.
As long as I'm at war with the occupants. Oh,
occupants.
Right. So I'd need to be at war with both the Sin and the people who'd occupied the world.
Yeah. Brad says, "No, John, you cannot occupy their worlds if they're occupied by a different empire."
Yeah, that would make sense in all fairness. Okay, so maybe we need to... maybe we just do it... Actually, wait, hang on. What I need to do is I need to take other different worlds, but then make the worlds that are occupied by the Warthog people... Wait, hang on. Hang on. Let's just also just set planet... let's just set engine credits up. Get that done. So, the situation that's in right now is all these worlds are being occupied by the Warthogs. Now, if I start my own war with the Sin and say I want these worlds liberated and I break them off into a separate empire, and thus they're not actually part of the Sin anymore, what happens to the war score of the war between the Sin and the Warthogs? There's an interesting question. I have no bloody clue.
Shout out to Sean Pitty who gave us $10 and said just wanted to donate some money to my favourite YouTuber.
Ah, thank you very, very much indeed.
And shout out to Sam Hunter who gave us $25 Australian and said I stayed up till 2 a.m. playing Medieval Total War to watch this, wouldn't have missed it. Good idea. That's I'm very impressed that you managed to stop playing Medieval for this.
That's never a bad idea, just playing Medieval all night. That is never a bad idea in the slightest. That's always a good idea.
We've got the English Potato in the chat confirming that he does have John the Cat. Apparently John the Cat is going to have kittens. However...
Oh my goodness, I'm going to be a mother!
She has wandered off for a bit. Or I just have -1 perception.
Well,
hope you find the cat or the cat comes back. Hope you don't mean that you lost the cat. That would be really sad.
It would be very sad if John the Cat was just lost.
Hey, Conscript David is in the chat. Hello.
Hello, David. Right, and we've got you're at war with some people too, but you're doing well in that. Well, no, hang on, no, you're at war with the You're technically at war with the Sin, but I don't think you actually care about each other in the slightest. But I think I'm not allowed to declare war against the Envelopes for
Jeremy in
3
the chat
years.
says, not sure you can actually liberate them either while they're occupied. Jordan says, since those planets are already occupied, you probably couldn't get enough war score to win that. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, I'm full up of energy capacity, so I need to just trade it away to the traders, as usual.
But question though,
yes.
Didn't that happen to you before, where at the end of a war they demanded matophobia from you, even though you already occupying it? Was that?
That was definitely something else. I don't think that was relevant to this situation. I'm pretty sure that was different. So traded away a whole bunch of energy there because we're getting in ridiculous amounts of energy, and we're just trading it away for minerals pretty much.
Sindrake inaugurating the hashtag many are true kittens. The English potato, we would like some pictures of your kittens.
Yes.
And of your John Cat. Please.
Yes, we want pictures of John Cat and ideally of the kittens when they come around.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ooh, we've got controversial statements in the chat. Ethan says,
controversial statements? Those are the best statements.
Ethan Berg says, tell John Garrus is far better.
What? No, no, I tell you, I love Garrus, but Garrus is better as a bro. Like, I've seen the cutscene, like, at the end of Mass Effect 3 with Garrus as a love interest, and Garrus just as your friend, and Garrus just as, like, your best friend is so much better. Plus, in the Citadel DLC, taking Garrus out dating, because he's so awkward when he's dating, is the best thing. And getting Garrus and trying to get him together with that female Turin in the bar is just the best thing, and watching Garrus being so flipping awkward is amazing. So, absolutely no, I'd totally rather go for that.
Okay, we have Jabberjay in the chat. Hey, Jabber.
Now, hang on. I now want to check this. I want to actually. Is my thing actually? These guys are upgrade. They're only 20% upgraded. Bloody hell! Right.
Yeah.
Let's let that continue carrying on for the time being. Yes, Claire. Sorry.
Yeah. So Roderick says in chat, if John liberates the planets already occupied, then their war score drops as they're no longer occupying the planet.
Yeah, that's what I would have assumed. Yeah.
The problem then is to have the wars to get the war score yourself to actually liberate them. Yeah.
It won't be too difficult to. Like, if I literally just took like the system of Banus here and just said I want this liberated, and then I just took and I just occupied Banus itself and Lictabon, and then there's Eton Stellar up here. It would be relatively easy just to break that off and then just create that, and then I could just like vassalize it, nice and quick and easy and simple. So that's absolutely fine. I absolutely need to just let this upgrade finish, just because this upgrade, I've put off the upgrade for a while because it's quite a big upgrade. Notice how incidentally, because I upgraded all of these flipping, spaceports, I've just gained a load of extra capacity, which I can just start tossing in. And there's Fallout New Cassie.
Oh yeah, here's an excellent question in the chat from Source of Being, who says, John, are you implying that you can't be best friends with the person you're dating, John?
I'm not saying that's true, I'm just saying that him as a best friend bro, I think works better, because he does act very differently depending on whether or not you are actually bros.
We've got Peter saying Rex is best love interest.
Rex would be the best love interest. And the game's always been very, very harsh about not letting you date Krogans, which is very sad. Because because Drax and Grunt and Rex would all have been great love interests, but you're never allowed to. Which is very tragic.
Also, shout out to Fred Kush, who gave us $10 and said, Happy Saturday, go John! Thanks for getting me into StarCraft again. Go Claire, your money-making restaurant was awesome and unfairly attacked by pigs. Yay Thomas! Well, I agree with all of that.
None of that is true. None of that is true. Your restaurant was terrible and deserved to fail.
My restaurant was amazing.
Your restaurant was 1 star and you killed the Emperor.
I played it again and I got like 4-star restaurant, and the pigs were arrested for money laundering, so whatever. Okay, another shout out to Jake the Birch, who gave us $2 and said, hello, would you ever play a Pokemon Nuzlocke?
I would not play a Pokemon. I probably, if I ever play Pokemon and that involves Nintendo not being a dick, then what I'd probably do as a result is I would play like You Only Live Once, where you weren't allowed to ever heal the Pokemon in any capacity,
John!
and that'd be kind of fun. And if a Pokemon faints, it's deemed to be dead, like in a Nuzlocke. And I think that would be quite fun. I think that'd be quite fun indeed. Let's just get all of the Equites in production.
Yeah, but you're not doing that because Nintendo are dicks.
Because Nintendo are dicks, yes. They absolutely flipping are. That is unquestionably true. Right, that should be plenty of flipping ships to fill up the capacity there. Back down onto the surface, everything should be... all of that needs upgrading too. Another kind of round of upgrades needs to be done here. Lovely. And then what is that? That's just a farm. Why have we even got a farm there? Replace a farm with literally anything. With a Paradise Dome! Paradise Dome. Paradise Dome.
Paradise Dome.
Everyone loves Paradise Dome.
So we've got a message from Zeit Tiger in chat who said, do you think John will complete the game today?
Well, technically I will almost certainly hit the victory condition for there being like... for the fact that we'll hit the Federation victory. But the endgame crisis, if it does show up, unless it's AI Rebellion, in which case it's theoretically possible, I would very much doubt it. And someone has just ended their rivalry with the Sin over there. Well, that's absolutely flipping fine. They can do whatever they want. Just check happy people are all on the buildings that have that. People are weirdly not happy on Rome. Would have expected more like 100% happy people in Rome. But I think there's a load of people in just kind of like slightly weird in factions, so not the best factions to have. Still, we've got some good stuff floating around there, and we've got flipping. Actually, no, I'm going to move you down to here. To get extra, there's an extra 1 unity. Very, very nice indeed. Just keep pushing that unity because like we've expanded so much at this point. The unity gain is so slow. At this point we're gaining tradition so slowly. But actually, we're only 1 away from the next ascension perk. So, chat, start having a think about what my next ascension perk should be.
Start a new tree. Definitely start a new tree, John.
Yeah, I'd say
start.
That's what I was saying. Okay, I'll start Discovery instead next time instead of finishing off Harmony. That's a good idea.
Okay, whilst people respond about that, a shout out to Ian Malcolm who gave us $5 and said many thanks for the entertainment. Glad to chuck in a few bucks. # kill the bug people.
No, not the bug people. We're going to go kill the envelope people. They're going to be entirely integrated into me, okay? That's what we're going to do. It's the bug people.
Shout out to our friend Mega Raptor 007 who is back and gave us $50. Thank you so much for your generosity. He says, good evening, John. Good evening, Claire. It's 9 AM here, but no matter. I haven't had the chance to finish a Curious Expedition yet. I still have an hour, but I'm glad to say hello and maybe rain unholy laser hell upon the enemy.
That sounds like a good sort of thing to do. Yes, that seems like an excellent sort of thing to do.
Well, thank you very much for showing up.
Thank you very much for your always great generosity, Mega Raptor.
And a shout out to Robert Wissawashi again, who gave us $2 and said, John, what do you think about the F4 Creation Club?
I can't even get angry about it. It's just incredibly uninspiring, isn't it? It's just a thing, and I just accidentally kicked on the wrong button, I think. It's just a very boring thing. It's just like mods that literally are all already available for free. There's no benefit to it whatsoever. It's just there. The mods that are part of it are very boring and interesting and already existed. Most of them are just like, you know, reskins and paint jobs and stuff. It's incredibly boring already available mods. I just find it the most boring thing imaginable. It's so boring. It's almost incredibly boring, in fact. So yeah, I have like so little to say about it, unfortunately. I can't even get angry about it. Like, I can see how some people would get angry about it, and I can understand, like, you know, I watched Jim Sterling's video about it, and like I understand that, like, you know, it feels kind of bad that, like, you know, they did specifically promise it would be like mini DLCs and not like paid mods, and then it's turned out to pretty much be just literally mods that are already available but paid. So like I can see why people will get annoyed about it. I can't even muster the energy to be annoyed at it, quite frankly. So.
And we've got a message from Kyle Crampton in the chat, another regular, who said you should name a planet. near Brother Benner, Sister Bay after the Curious Expedition live stream.
Good old Sister Bay. I think we've got... Actually, I think we do actually have a world inside In Memoriam that right now is just called Mother. Oh, no, sorry. We renamed Mother Leopold, so it's named after a dead dog. So we can't change that, obviously.
Alright, well, when we find a new planet at some point, when we have somewhere that we can rename, then Sister Bay's on the list.
Absolutely.
And Spartacus Mills in the chat asks, has John taken up the splendid offer to be added to the Curious Expedition yet? Did someone offer to add you to the Curious Expedition?
Yes, they actually emailed me about that.
What?
I forgot to tell you. And I was going to add you in as like the chef character. I was going to be the main explorer. You were going to be added in as the chef character.
Nice.
And then we could travel around with a dog. I'm not
That'd
sure
be cool.
I'm not sure there is a cat in... I'm not sure there's a cat asset. So I can't really ask them to create brand new assets. But we could travel around. We could travel around with a dog called Tabby, and you as a chef and me as the main explorer, which I thought was quite cute, and also would mean I'd actually use it because chefs are a really good thing to start with because chefs are amazing. So I am gonna get. I just forgot to get back to them. Also, someone wants to give me energy credits.
You should tell me these things so I can get back to them for you, because that's like my job. Anyway, we have also been added to another game that we can't tell you about right now.
Yes,
so
we have. We have been added to another game we can't tell you about, but that's coming up soon.
Yes. And we've also got a message from Prof. Lestrange in the chat saying, will John ever play Sword of the Stars? Sorry.
That doesn't even ring a bell. I'm not sure what that is.
Should I put it on the long list?
Add it onto the long list for us to have a look at, 'cause I'm not even sure what that bloody is. That does not ring a bell. I feel like it should do, but I honestly have no idea what that actually is, unfortunately. So yeah, that puts it at a bit of a disadvantage. Yes.
Shout out to Max L who gave us $5 and said, R.I.P. Calamastia, #never forget.
Calamastia served as well. She served well, damn it. Did you see the Life is Strange videos yet, by any chance, Claire?
Not all of them, no.
Yeah, that's for the Life is Strange business. Yes, it's very good. It's very, very good indeed. You want to give... Ooh, you want to give me a big pile of stuff for monthly terraforming gases? Gladly. There we go. Very nice.
Shout out to Textual Adventures who gave us $7.77. Interesting number.
Excellent number.
I want to thank you guys for helping me with insomnia. Your vids are riveting enough to capture my attention, but slow enough to put me to sleep. John, you're putting people to sleep. Well done.
I hear that an awful lot, you know, people who like putting my videos on while I'm going to sleep, which I find fascinating, because I like white noise too. I love white noise. So I do find it quite kind of funny that some people use me to help go to sleep. I think that's quite good. It's an excellent thing. And the ships are almost bloody upgraded, jumping from 272 up to 283. An extra 10,000 strength right there. And minerals plus 5% just got done. Ship hull points plus 5%. Oh no, strike attack. Yeah, strikecraft attack speed. I love Strikecraft, that's magnificent. And yeah, we've got our physics person requiring an industry skill, and our engineering person requiring Voidcraft. At this point, actually, I think possibly for the first time, I didn't spot this. We've got literally 0 Romans working in our science department. At this point, we've actually got nothing but alien friends working in our science department, which is cute. Right, so.
Shout out to Jabberjay who comments on the Life is Strange thing by saying, that feeling you get when you're not into a game, but you feel compelled to watch a series so you don't miss out on the memes. Oh, who just installed? Oh, it was the... Okay. I was about to say, let's have a quick war against, you know, the sin, but the envelope people decided this was the right moment to basically throw an insult at me. Yeah,
so guess who's...
chat are asking when you're going to start murdering people, John.
I can't start murdering the envelope people right this second because under the terms of the last peace treaty, we're still in an enforced bit of peace. But if I start the fleet moving in the right direction at this point, we should actually be pretty much ready to begin by the time the fleet actually gets there. So I'm going to start moving that, and we're basically just we're gonna deal with the entire thing. So I'm just going to move you guys down to, yeah, I'm just going to move Legio 1 into a staging position right now, and the new Xenotabbies can also join.
Are they going to be safe, John?
The Xenotabbies will be 100% safe.
Do you promise 100%?
Well, much of the envelope people can do that much to them, so I think it should be okay.
Oh, good. That's good.
Okay, more things coming in. You want monthly neutronium ore. Once again, we're at flipping capacity, so I feel like I've just completely screwed up the economy by just basically flooding the market with energy. Energy must be valueless by now, but whatever, right? Right, we're once again, we're now to 1,500, and we're over capacity, but we're just basically throwing down stuff as fast as we can. I need to just throw down a couple more worlds. In fact, actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend some influence throwing down some worlds. So we've got this world right here, which is a pretty good world, and this world up here, this is a pretty good world. So basically, we're just going to start in Memoriam system. Brother Benor is going to actually just start trading. Yeah, you can trade a colony ship right there. And actually, over on the Cradle of Bundy, we can also trade another colony ship right there as well. Beautiful. So both of them, I think they're nothing but, yeah, they're nothing but the Apathi. But quite frankly, I'm just helping the Apathi reclaim their old worlds. And I'm fine with that. So that's 2 more colony ships coming in. And that should be for there and there, which should be basically just 30, I'd say 30 influence each. So that should be absolutely fine.
Shout out to the Theman740 who gave us $10 and said nothing like some coffee and a live stream with my favorite YouTuber. And I very much agree with you. I'm having coffee right now. 'Tis great. A shout out to Ella who gave us another £5 and said I wanted to name my kitten PD Shoot because I loved Fallout New Vegas YOLO, but my mom wouldn't let me. She's called Pepper instead.
No, I have a similar story, which is back when I was a teenager, my parents got a dog when I was living with them. And because my sisters had got to name the previous 2 dogs, it was decided I got to name this dog. I chose the name Xanthias, who is the name of the comic slave from Greek comedy, and I was overruled and told I was not allowed to name the dog Xanthias, and he was given the name Jasper instead. Now Jasper was a sweetie, he was a very good boy, but we agreed as a compromise that his middle name was Xanthias, so on all official documents his initials would always be Jasper X. That would be his technical name right there. And let's just get Leader's lifespan
she can be
up.
Pepper D Shoot.
Yes, Pepper D Shoot. Oh, that's quite got a nice ring to it, actually.
Cute.
It's actually got a good ring, I'd say.
Shout out to Sent Me a Badger who gave us $20 and said, insert witty and slightly profound comment here. John, would you like to insert a witty and slightly profound comment? Because you're better at those than me.
If you do not master your rage, then rage will be your master.
Shout out to Electric who gave us £2 and said the flesh is weak just like the mind.
Yeah, this is someone wanted the flesh is weak coming up next. That's interesting because the thing is with the endgame crisis coming up, there might be an argument for playing it safe and just taking the Guardians of the Galaxy as the perk. That's definitely a safe option if we just took Guardians of the Galaxy. Also, the flipping terraforming on this world must be nearly bloody done by now. That must be not too far a bloody way. Just keep building more and more mines, by the way. Never hurts to have more minerals coming in. Hang on, can we actually see a summary of that right now? Fallout New Cassie, hang on, down to the bottom here. Where's the? I'm surprised there isn't a list here. Yeah, that's getting there. It's still like 2 years away. Still about 2 years away. It's fine.
Shout out to Urban Cohort who gave us $5 and said a little donation for Operation Thriller and Manila Envelopes.
Thriller and Miller envelopes, excellent. That will be the official name of the war from now on, I'd say.
Shout out to Peter Weitzman who gave us £2 and said, John,
yes,
marry Shag Kill for Drax, Grunt, and Rex.
Incoming transmission.
Shag Drax, marry Rex, kill Grunt. Grunt's just like the lesser of those characters, unfortunately. You know what? I'll give you some flipping money for a research agreement because the science community loves research, which will give me just a bit more influence. That's worth it. But Rex is he's intelligent and he's under control and stuff. Whereas Drax, you just feel like he's been around for a long time. He'll know some good tricks.
Oh well. And Peter, thank you so much. Also gave us another £6.66 and asked the same question again, guys. There is a lot of messages going on in the chat, and I'm trying to balance out the donations with the regular chat messages because we really appreciate both of those things. So if you have said something or given a donation and I haven't mentioned it yet, it's not because I'm not going to. I'm going to get to it. We really, really appreciate each and every donation, but if you think I've missed you out, you can @message me in the chat. You don't need to donate again.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely not, you know, we don't want people to feel like they have to do that.
Go on, Claire, what was the message regardless? Let's cut to that one.
That was the Shag, Marry, Kill one.
That was the Shag, Marry, Kill. Excellent.
Yes, and a shout out to Mega Raptor, who gave us another $10 and said, it's because John has such an amazing and soothing voice and is always a pleasure to listen to that your videos are good to watch while falling asleep.
Excellent.
And a shout out to Phantom240, who gave us $2 and said, John's voice is the best pillow to help me fall asleep.
Oh,
very nice.
That's very sweet.
Yes, we've got a lot of people in the chat talking about how your voice is nice. And yes, shout out to Tyler Johnson, who gave us $2 and said John will be terrified once the Unbidden show up.
I think, well...
And he said at 1 mil, which I'm assuming is like at 1 million, like...
1 million
force.
strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is possible it's 1 million strength, but if I properly set myself up to take out the sort of thing they are... Like, this is another reason why kind of like I prefer the Swarm. The Swarm, it's more easily to set your ships up in a way that can kind of hard counter them, whereas the Unbidden are a bit more... Hello, who's that? Ah! I'm guessing the fact you've just closed your borders means literally the ceasefire just wore off, which means it's time to go straight back in for some more war! Declare war! Declare war! Everyone's for war right now.
You should do the thing 3 times.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm flipping sorry. Am I cramping your style?
Yeah.
Right, now...
Totally, every time.
Now, I need to... Because I'm technically beginning a war with a load of people right now, because I'm going to war with all their allies, I need to find... Okay, so there's Ruinum. Something that's in... I need to find... Yeah, there's Ruinum. Fine. So that's Ruinum. Everyone's fine with that. And then I also need to just go for... It's kind of annoying that you can't, like, you know, filter to just... like, you know... Actually, I wonder if I can. If I... Wait, what are they even called? I can't remember what their actual name is. If I just filter this to, like, to La... No. Okay. By any chance, would you guys be willing to vote for vassalization of that? No, sadly the bug people want to stop me vassalizing them directly, which would be worth doing. So that's a shame. So in which case I just need to kind of annoyingly go through all of this like by hand, picking them out. So hang on, where was Ruinum? Just there. Ruinum was down at the bottom somewhere. There it is. Right, Ruinum. And then we've got the... Yep, so there's Ruinum, and then we've got Betelgeuse. Because I'm basically just gonna liberate the whole thing. I'm just gonna get these guys off the board at this point. And then Bunda as well. There's Bunda.
Well, as long as you don't say it 3 times, you can take that planet just fine.
Right, and then there's a Crux, Kotor. There's a Crux. Okay, and then there's... I just need to find Kotor, or is that Kor? No, it is Kotor. Kota. Yep, there we are. War score 58. And then... Did I already do Bunda, or do I need to do a Crux? Hang on. Have I missed anyone? I think that's... Adenir's not that one. Oh, wait, hang on. Where's the Umi Kundrunkud? I need to find that one. I don't think I did that one yet, did I? Where's that one? There it is. Right. Up to there. Adenir's not part of this. I think that's the lot. Hang on, let's go through this. None of this looks familiar. No. I think that is fine. Yep. Lovely. Yep, that is fine. Hang on, I'm just going to check one thing off the side here. Just 1 second. Okay, sorry, never mind. Right, so that should be everything correct. And yeah, I know I've got them because now I can't do things like humiliate them or vassalize them because I've got literally every planet in it. So you know, I know I've got all of them because technically I've done that. Everyone's willing to vote for that, so that's absolutely fine. So yeah, war score of 70. Basically, we'll just need to occupy everything, and then we'll just totally liberate the whole thing. And then after it's liberated, I'll just basically move in and I'll just vassalize it. I won't actually bother integrating it, I don't think. That should be fine. Just confirm that everyone's okay with us doing that for the time being. We're just putting that to the vote. Everyone already said they were going to vote for that, so that should be 100% fine. Just wait for them. Need to unpause the game, John. Just need to wait for the votes to come in. The votes are all coming in. Everyone has indeed voted.
We have declared war.
We have declared war. Marvellous. Now, just quickly get our fleet into position immediately. No reason not to basically head straight in over here to Colonia's homestead. I think we might have even flipping occupied this before. We came through here. Yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent. So we will just basically occupy that, clear us back, and we will just take care of that there, and we'll just send all of this in. Lovely, there's basically nothing here. Right, so we're at war with the Envelope people. I am going to take my fleet and basically turn it... Hang on, I'm just going to turn my fleet off. Everyone follow it. Actually, no, it's already off. It's already on, not on take point. So that's fine.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna dip to the very latest of the donation. I still have a few more to shout out. But thank you so much, Megaraptor, who gave us $100 US.
Oh, thank you very, very much, Megaraptor.
Thank you so much. And he says, also when I was playing Stellaris, I went full robot. Everyone is a robot, and there was a robot rebellion on the far side of the galaxy. I was just, no, stop giving us things a bad name. I went in and crushed a rebellion myself, so my endgame crisis ended in a year.
Actually, it's kind of the fun thing because if you haven't set up, like, if you are too much robot and like you if you're just kind of too robot and you haven't set up like your robot rights in such a way as you're immune from the AI crisis, you can basically just the moment the crisis begins, you auto lose because all of your worlds immediately are presumably just taken by like imminent like occupation across the empire, which is quite fun. So that's kind of why you always want to keep this sort of healthy balance of people to robots. Because while people do rebel, they don't rebel simultaneously to an end game crisis. So that's, you know, that's good to know. Right. Begin the bombardment of Colonia's homestead. Now, by now, some of our friends should have started showing up. Yep. Already our friends have started showing up already. Not a huge amount of them, to be perfectly honest. Just nothing major. Small star fleets. Again, small fleets coming in. The main lads haven't arrived just yet, so honestly, there's not much strength going on around here. I don't think, basically, hopefully, because, you know, like, the AI are sometimes grossly incompetent and sometimes they're at least vaguely competent. So hopefully on this occasion they'll do a good job. What's going on over here, by the way? Let's just keep an eye on all our fleets moving.
Very nice, very nice.
There's a lot of blue slowly just kind of swarming over towards this side of the map now, which is always I like watching that.
I would be worried if I were the Envelope people, not gonna lie.
Their loss is pretty much inevitable at this point. It might even be enough to trigger technically Federation victory. We'll have to keep a really close eye on that, and their fortifications going down very, very nicely indeed. There's our lovely big fleet revolving. Hang on, what's the current balance of the fleet? 137 battle cruisers to only 11 cruisers to 16 destroyers. Not even sure why they're there. To 337 corvettes. Marvellous. It's an odd balance, but quite frankly, corvettes and battleships together can do the job very, very nicely indeed. That world is out of strength. So land the Xeno tabbies, and there's basically nothing there to guard this place, so that's fine. In come the Xeno tabbies. We barely even need to keep an eye on that. And there's Vlad the Unmailer, who never changed his name, has indeed returned to finish off the Envelope people. He has fought wars against these bastards before. This time, we've given him some really, really, really strong troops to do it with. And unfortunately, they're going down pretty bloody quickly at this point. Yep. The tabbies, look, Claire, the tabbies are barely taking a scratch.
Oh, good.
The tabbies are barely taking a scratch. Someone opened their borders. Those guys, the Honourbound Warriors. They opened their borders to us. We've occupied Colonia's homestead. Ooh, hang on, has that world just been terraformed? No, the terraforming is still not done. That's just a construction queue, not a terraform thing. I thought that might be the terraform thing. Right, so we've gone straight up to 10% on that. How's everyone else doing? Where's the rest of the fleets? Guys, come on. Hurry it up here, please. Where are you guys? Why aren't you guys going in a bit faster here? Right, never mind. We'll just kind of head through to here in a moment. And what's the next logical point to head over to? We've got these guys over here. Quite frankly, I'm just going to keep my tabbies close by to Legio 1. Because there's no point separating them. That's the only chance they'll get to actually, like, embark you all. Yep, everyone just embark. Lovely. We'll just basically move everything over simultaneously and that'll be fine. So, speaking of which, let's actually just move everything over in this direction. Oh, that's the defense fleet. Claire, this is their defense fleet.
Oh.
I know, that's their defense fleet they've decided is going to work for them. It's hilarious. Right, let's just bring you over to here and bring the tabbies into the same position. Thank you. They can make that in 2 jumps, and the other jump does not bring us inside envelope territory, so should be nice and safe. Beautiful. Oh, apparently Vlad the Unmailer became a glory seeker at some point. Morale and army damage up, and we're up to, oh, flipping heck, trade thing. You're willing to give me stuff. Okay, don't give me the engine credits just for a second, please, because I need to trade away all of my flipping energy as usual. There we go, nice. Now you can give me all of that energy. Thank you. We're at 39,000 flipping minerals right now. Sorry, Claire, go on.
Very, very nice. Shout out to Textural Adventures, who gave us $10 and said, screw it, you deserve more money. You help me sleep with your riveting but laid back videos. Plus, I didn't hear you if you shouted me out a few moments ago. We did, Textual Adventures. I'm sorry, but yes.
But with Textual Adventures, we will shout you out again. Hooray for Textual Adventures.
And a shout out to Rufus Omega, who gave us £5. Said, after watching your Monster Loves You playthrough, I feel you absolutely need to play Long Live the Queen. It seems like something you would enjoy.
You know, actually, the weird thing is, I've seen a full playthrough of Long Live the Queen, because I watched Dodger's playthrough.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that might have been. Was that before we were even making videos? That might have been before the channel even existed.
No.
Do you not think? No.
I really don't. That's not 4 years ago. I don't think.
Okay. Oh yeah, that fleet is totally trying to ambush the tabbies. That fleet totally just tried to take out the tabbies there.
Kill them all.
Don't worry, well, try to avoid dying yourself first, Claire.
Yeah, sorry, I just drank water wrong, because drinking water is real hard.
Right, so we have got Ultrax Point here. Let's just keep an eye on the armies. Note, there's barely any armies down here either. Annexation fever they're still suffering from. That's good. Right, apparently we are... Wait, hang on, what do we do? Oh, I think a battle started and we won it. It happened too fast. I think it's literally like... Oh, it's that guy. It's this guy right here. He arrived in the system, then he exploded. He went kaboom. It was very sad. It was very, very sad indeed. So they're sending 3,800 just over in this direction, just for the sake of going over there and just basically trying to clear out, trying to reclaim that planet. Honestly, that's going to take them a very long time. I think the Sin Empire have decided to close the borders again for no well-explained reason. Where are all my allies? You should all be here by now. Why are you not here faster? Hang on, where are you guys going? Okay, they're just coming quite slowly. They'll be here in time. But, you know, by the time they get here, I might have already done most of the bloody work, you bastards. Right, oh, that's a bit close to the sun there. Bit of a kind of a close range shot to the sun. Are you bombarding this world? Bombard the world! That's more like it. Thank you very, very much indeed. Right, Claire, carry on while we're bombarding that world.
Shout out to Hair Horn Player, who gave us $10 and said, I won't be able to stay for the whole stream, but I just wanted to say that the Wolfspite video was one of the funniest videos I've ever watched. Congrats, and thanks to you both. Well,
I did rather enjoy it. I thought it was good.
You enjoyed the crushing of my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to take it very seriously and be upset that you were mean to me. So we both enjoyed ourselves a lot while recording this video.
Yes, one person, yeah, there were a couple of comments, people like, oh, I came away from this video feeling really sad because of how mean you were to Claire. And people I like Claire for the most part.
Oi.
Okay, some of the time at least. Energy credits plus 5%, that's what we need. We need more energy credits. We haven't got anywhere near enough.
Shout out to Long Petcock, who gave us $5 Australian and said #Many-a-True Bedtime Stories, a series of audiobooks read by John. And we also have a message in the chat from Source of Being, who said, for a live stream, can John please read the Iliad?
That will be quite a long live stream. It's quite a long thing.
But then you could talk about the stuff that people get wrong about the Iliad. And
then it would be even. That doesn't solve the problem. Then it would be even longer.
It can be a series of live streams.
It would be quite a few series of bloody live streams.
I don't think the people are concerned about you making too much content.
You know, I have actually briefly considered at various points creating a little sort of series of just a summary of the entire Greek mythic corpus.
Yeah,
which I thought would be fun.
Yeah, someone was mentioning that in the chat as well earlier and asking if you were going to do that. But, shout out to Emily, who said Claire is bae. Thank you very much, Emily.
Hello, Emily. Emily, and we've got a
Well, speaking of Emily,
we've got a
I have
special.
a question from someone.
I thought you were about to ask a question to Emily. Though I was about to say, don't put the pressure on the viewers too much there, Claire.
I have a question from Marshall in chat who says, "Can John play Witcher 3 at some point?" Mm-hmm. Please continue with this lead on and a mention of Emily.
Exactly. Let's just say largely thanks to or in part thanks to the lobbying of Emily, who is a community regular. Starting on Monday, The Witcher is happening.
Woo!
The Witcher is indeed... Oh, blimey, long-range shots there. Those long-range shots, beautiful. The Witcher is indeed finally happening. So, there we go. There is indeed Witchering happening soon. It's marvellous.
Yes, and a shout out to Goatbot, who is the one who has been repeatedly asking if you're going to talk about, go through and talk about the entire Hellenic mythic corpus or any other mythology in a video. So that's...
I have considered, but I don't know whether that many people will really want it or care, and it would be a shame if it was something that most people couldn't get any enjoyment out of. Then there'd be nothing for those people to watch on those evenings, which would be a bit of a shame. So if I did, it might have to be extra videos, which we don't quite have the capacity for right now. But I have always thought about it, because it would also require a lot of research. I'd want to double check everything and make sure I was getting everything right, and also going into the smaller, lesser known sources, so I could tell you, say what the alternative versions are, because every myth's got a bajillion different things, ways it can be told. So it would be an interesting one. It would be an interesting one. And what's that one? Oh, that must just be a battleship. That must just be a battleship that's just making its way and trying to join up with the main fleet over there. And Transport Fleet 51 is there as well. Fine, so we've got... Okay, I think our friends have decided they can't be bothered on this game. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the... I'm going to set Legio 1 to be please follow, just to get our friend fleets into this area. So I'm going to take point. So now, hopefully, everyone's going to come over and join me. Right? Is everyone thinking about joining me at this point? Because if they now think about joining me, then after they... Okay, now they're moving in this direction. They just haven't bothered before. They decided they can't be bothered with this war. Screw them. Get down here. Get down here, you bastards. And then join in. And then as soon as they get down here, I'm going to turn it back off. And then hopefully they'll just kind of conquer these 3 worlds on their way out. So I don't have to do all of it myself. Oh dear. Are you actually bombarding this world, by the way? I feel like you're not. I feel like you're not bombarding this world. They sometimes if you give them the order to bombard the world. Guys? Oh, that's because that's not the world. Hang on. You're supposed to be... Well
done, John.
They were on a moon that was hiding behind the world. Everyone over to this world. Everyone bombard this world. That's right. That's the world to be... I bet the people of Gordan were feeling pretty lucky there. They're bombarding the wrong planet. Don't tell them. Nobody tell them. But unfortunately, they managed to get away with it in the end. I managed to spot them. Good. It's fine. Once again, no defensive armies. Beautiful. Nothing that's going to stand in the way here.
A shout out to Roman Totale, who gave us $10 and said, if only there was some sort of a filter function when you're searching for planets in the declare war screen. I think people were thinking you were a little bit inefficient there.
Is there a way of doing that? Hang on. I'm going to go over to the Sin Empire here and don't accidentally start a war with these guys. But if I want to... Accidentally declare a war. I don't see whether... I mean, there's a filter option there. But if, you just, say, if I just, typed in Sin, then it doesn't actually... Wait, how do you spell Sin? Sin.
I think it's like that.
Yeah, it is like that. So that doesn't come up with anything. It hasn't filtered just to the Sin worlds. So that, I mean, I feel like there should be a drop down saying just show me the worlds that are the Sin ones, but that doesn't seem to be. Also, Fallout New Cassie has indeed been converted to an ocean world, so now it is a beautiful, beautiful ocean world, and also Gordan appears to have its fortifications taken care of. So let's actually just go and check out the beautiful new Fallout New Cassie, which was, of course, once upon a time a horrible, horrible tomb world. We have now converted it into a lovely ocean world. So it is a much nicer place. And, in fact, these guys, it is literally made for them. It is literally made for these guys, which is nice.
Very, very nice. And a shout out to 42 Mushrooms, who gave us £5 and said, long time watching, first time donating. Love all of your work. Thank you very much for that.
I've just realised we made a terrible mistake, Claire.
Yes.
I don't have my little clock.
Oh.
Could you grab my little clock from in there on top of the thing?
Sure thing.
So I have no idea how long we've been going for right now.
6 o'clock.
and it's quite. It's I need to know what time it is, otherwise I can't stop. Otherwise we'll just go for 17 hours. Or 7 hours.
Tell them that. They'll be happy to let you go for 7 hours.
Well, remember we accidentally went for 7 hours the first one after we didn't really plan to, so let's not do that again. There we are. I've got a little clock that I can actually see now. That's good.
We shouldn't do that because you were saying your voice was.
I was feeling, I don't think I'm sick, but I felt like a little bit of a tickliness in my throat the other day, so we might not go for too long on this occasion. Someone's shown up. Good. Everyone's shown up, in fact. Excellent. We've got. Hello, we've got.
Someone says that.
Wait, what?
Someone says.
Hey,
that...
wait, hang on.
Oh.
What
wait, what's that?
Well, it looks distinctly like the ships that the Fallen Empire have, but how did you. Where did those come from?
Spawn?
That's the. Okay, this here, that's a bug. That's a bug fleet. That's a bug fleet right there. This is part of the bug fleet. But that there is a style of ship I thought you weren't allowed to build, because that's like the Fallen Empire style of ship. Fallen Empires can award you ships as a reward for doing missions. I would assume that that's what these guys have come from. I would guess. Because, I suppose? Is that true? I mean, that's saying that's that. That's saying this is something different, in fact. That's saying this is a First Navy cluster. That's also the First Navy cluster. So, where did they get the... I guess they must have been gifted these at some point, because I don't think they're allowed to build them, or if they are, then I want to know how they did it, because I want to do it myself. Right.
Oh, by the way, John, the
Yes?
chat informs me that your legendary perception strikes again.
Yes?
And that you spelt sin as T-Y-Z-double-N instead of T-Z-Y-double-N.
Okay.
And that's what happened. So shout out to John's perception there. And
Shout out to John's perception, marvellous.
Thank you to everyone who pointed it out. So shout out to Rusty Dust and Fallacy Random and Benjamin, who all pointed out the misspelling there.
Okay, lads, now you're here. Now that you're here, I'm going to flipping turn off me taking point, and you guys can go and take over some of these worlds by yourself. So, off we go. There we are. So now I'm now discouraging you from following me. You guys can now go and do your own things. I don't actually want to have to win this war by myself. But actually, how much do I flipping... I need quite a bit of war score for this. I need quite a bit of war score for this, in fact. So, ooh, this would be interesting. I wanted to actually go and take out some of their allies over on the flipping Warthog side, just for the sake of actually getting this war flipping done. Which, unfortunately, actually, potentially that's the... Is that the capital? No, that's just a military station as well. Fine, that's not the capital. This empire does not look as big and scary as it once did. Right, you guys, go and do your own thing, please. Go and naff off and do your own thing over here. Right, head over here and send the tabbies with you. There we are.
Okay, I need to do a few more shout-outs
Claire,
because we
go.
are getting behind. You need to scroll that up for me a little bit.
Oh, do I? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
There you go. Is that fine?
No. Just a bit more.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much. Shout out to Vibe of Dawan. I hope I'm saying your name right. I think you said last time I said it kind of okay. Who gave us 666 Indian rupees.
Ooh, very nice.
Which the internet tells me is about £10.
Ah, very nice indeed.
So
thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that. It says working all night and all weekends. So thanks for making it bearable, Claire.
I don't like that donation anymore.
Shout out to Fredbush, who gave us $10 and said, thanks John for being the best YouTuber. How has your life changed since you've gone pro?
Station engaged.
It's got oh, hang on.
I mean, you've been working less altogether, right? You work a lot, but you were doing a lot of work on top of, you know, a fairly intense full-time job anyway.
That's true, yes.
So you're a bit less stressed out and exhausted, I think.
Yes, that is most certainly true. Yeah, that is definitely kind of a fair thing to say.
And you get to spend all the time with Tabby.
Well, Tabby kind of just hangs around and just sleeps a lot too. She doesn't always.
That's her job.
She
though.
doesn't.
She's
Yeah,
our intern.
she is the intern. Tabby is the intern.
Her job is to sleep a lot and look super cute.
Technically, yeah, it's a very unfair deal. She's paid entirely in biscuits and a place to sleep.
Exposure.
Yeah, she's paid in exposure, cat exposure. So it's
in lack of exposure, in fact, because obviously before we adopted her, she was living on the street, and now she's not. So
that is true. Yes.
But yeah, I think the main thing is that you get to like be able to do this without it being like such a draw on your energy. Really.
Oh, hello! I've missed
Not
something
listening
here.
To me again.
Something fairly major's just happened, which is
Well, you need to.
well,
What is that?
the Warthog people showed up. They're the allies of the Envelope people. They finally showed up, but they've showed up and they've landed literally on top of the Federation fleet.
Yeah.
So we've got a good battle to watch here. But go on. I'm going to give you the opportunity to catch up slightly while I try and figure out what's going on inside this fleet.
Please.
Yes, Claire.
Shout out to Textual Adventures who gave us another $2 and said one more because I love you. Have some drinks on me. Thank you very
Thank
very
you
much.
very, very much indeed.
And a shout out to Chris Jones who gave us £2 and said had to do stuff. Now here, what's happened? Well, Chris, we're trying to figure out what's happened.
I know what's
There is
happened.
something weird. Do tell everyone what's happened.
What?
What's happening right now?
Oh, right,
Have
with
you
this.
figured it out, or-
Yeah, it's just that the Warthog people have showed up and bombed the defences of Colonia's homeworld, but they didn't bring arms with them, so they can't take it back. But now, as soon as you're done, I'm going to let this awesome battle play out. But I'm going to let you catch up slightly first.
Yes,
before we
please,
do
a
that.
Shout out to Tree Shaker Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, that's a funny username. Who gave us £5 and said hi John and Claire. So hi Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
And a shout out to Tremoctopus who gave us 100 rubles and said that's for Claire for a piece of bacon. I cheered for your restaurant. John was a total pig. Actually 3 pigs in one.
That is true,
You want
yes.
to go down a bit?
And I think...
You can go all the way down. I think.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, and a shout out to. No, I spoke too soon. All the way down was too much.
Ugh.
Oh my goodness! It's
Claire, you're slowing down the stream.
Shout out to Yuri K who gave us $10 and said, "Did I hear that The Witcher is happening on Monday?"
It
Shout
is.
out to all the Witcher lobbyists.
It is. The Witcher lobby group put a lot of pressure over a long period of time. They spent a lot of time working on this.
And we've got a few people donating for you to do a Greek mythology thing.
Excellent.
So a shout out to Tea and Charcoal who gave us $2 and said donation for Team John Reed's Greek mythology. We've got a few.
It wouldn't actually be reading Greek mythology. I think it would be more like me just kind of in a, kind of abbreviated comical fashion summarising the stories of Greek mythology and all the mad stuff that happens therein.
Shout out to the very generous Malignant Martian who gave us another 100 New Zealand dollars and said, John, you could read the dictionary and it would be worth watching. I, for one, would love some classics on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeremy Korf gave us $5 and said, let's have a shout out for Malignant Martian.
Yes,
the
let's have
channel's
another...
new producer, pretty much.
Let's have it. Let's have more shout-outs for Malignant Martian. Absolutely, well deserved.
And also said, so much love for John and Claire, so thank you very much for that.
Oh, thank you very much indeed.
We've got a message from Mega Raptor who gave us $10 and said, TikTok and get the clock. But Oli3 gave us €10 and said, give us a 17-hour stream. Many people in the chat were saying, do not get the clock, we want a super long stream.
Mm-hmm.
So now you know, if you ever want to do an extra long stream, people will be very happy.
Mm-hmm.
And a shout out to Emily, the head of the Witcher lobby
Emily, who is
group.
president for life of the Witcher lobby group, who's finally getting their wish on Monday, yes.
She gave us £25 and said, hello, I'm so excited for The Witcher, I might explode, so have all of my non-existent money. Thank you so much for being amazing, and I'm so excited for this series and every series to come. P.S. Love you too, Claire Bay. Love you too, Emily Bay.
Okay, no, you have to stop for a bit. We're letting this fight happen now. We're having the Warthog people. So in come the Warthog people. They've done what they can, but oh dear. Oh no, the mighty Federation fleet that I've spent a long time building up have got a lot of battleships at the back. And just look at the battleships and their mighty cannons fitted on the front. Just those massive blue cannon beams. And we've also got bombers coming in as well. We've got bombers at close blank range. Oh no, the Corvettes in, and in come the lasers. And I think they've...
Pretty
I think they've just jumped... I think they just jumped out, and after that's what's left. There's a lot of explosions going on here.
Those, purple.
There's a lot of explosions. Where have they just jumped to? I'm not sure they've got jump drives. The galaxy's exploding!
There's fireworks!
Literally, the edge of the galaxy is currently exploding because that's actually it's a thing. It's an error in the game code. On occasion, like it pulls explosions out of a system, and if you pull out at the wrong moment, it starts them appearing on the major gap.
Shout out to Warpig in the chat, who's not super happy about the Warhog people dying, and said, "No, sad face, R.I.P."
Oh, sadly, the Warthog people. I think they
Hashtag
jumped out.
RIP the hogs.
I think they jumped out, but I think possibly the rest of the fleet is now hunting them. So there's a lot of fleets floating around. Those guys are pretty much running defensive duties right now. They're not doing much else other than that. I think actually I think 2 transport fleets of my allies are just literally standing around doing nothing and getting shot to ribbons. Yeah, but that's fine because luckily these guys are now going to come in over here and... no, that's another transport fleet. You just sent another transport fleet in because one transport fleet being totally destroyed wasn't enough for you, you mad bastards. Right, what else have we got here? There's just a neutral fleet floating around here for no well-explained reason. Alright, fine. That's okay. We finally found the Lartrepian transport fleet.
Shout out to Sir Roderick, who pointed out in chat you have now set fire to space again.
Again,
well
yes.
Done, John.
I'm going to give...
is that our friends the non-existent Patreon
Those
people?
are our friends, the non-existent Patreon people, who are still demanding energy credits, and I'm giving it to them, because plus 10% Unity's worth it every flipping time.
Yeah, and supporting people on Patreon is always real good.
It is, it's very good. It's the best. Right, you guys get down there onto the planet. This world's not guarded, is it? A little bit better guarded, but only 3 base defensive armies. The Tabbies will still claw their way through this with no problem whatsoever.
Shout out to Mega Raptor, who gave us $2 and said, "Shield Planet, John!" And also messaged us again and gave us $20 and said, "I will give you 100 if you do Greek mythology." Also, shout out to Niche Icon, who gave us $5 and said, "Greek mythology series is something I would totally watch." Fred Cush gave us $10 and said, "I would listen to and or buy John reading classic literature, seriously teach us," and also, all caps, "Yes for The Witcher!"
Lots of people search for The Witcher. They know it's The Witcher 1, right? The one that everyone seems to not want me to play, but I thought was actually... I kind of enjoyed. I thought it was pretty good. We'll get into my thoughts when we actually play it,
Yeah,
of course.
but you want to play The Witcher 1 first and then go into 2 and 3.
Exactly, because it's the story of the same guy, and he's Geralt of Rivia, and I need to know what and where Rivia is, otherwise I'll just be confused.
Isn't it Geralt of Rivia?
Whatever his name is, I don't bloody care.
I think the name of the main character is kind of important, but whatever.
No, it's more important that we know about Rivia. It's Rivia that's the important bit. Communicate, trade
also,
for
Malignant
minerals.
Martian in the chat says, I reckon we need a Dawn of War lobby group, so...
Oh god, no. People
it's
are
Martian, so it's gonna happen now.
Oh dear, there's a... Oh, you're fleeing away, understandably. I think, yeah, at this point my allies are just chasing off the few remaining fleets of the Envelope people.
King William the Conqueror says, speaking of Greek mythology, Ulysses from New Vegas is named after American history and not Greek myth.
We never got confirmation on that, but apparently there is one option in the script I didn't see because it was hidden behind a high skill check, that I didn't have because I'm such a low level, where it does strongly suggest it's Ulysses S. Grant, not Ulysses. But it's kind of funny that it works really well for both of them. I think it's quite cute.
Also, people are kind of, people definitely think that you mispronounce Geralt.
Good old Gerald.
Mental Pigeon says John mispronounced Geralt, time to go to war. Fred Cush said Geralt isn't even from Rivia, that's part of the joke. Robert Wissawashi says, oh god, the pronunciation during the game will be awful. Guys, you asked for this.
You asked for this.
Guys,
this was happening.
and ladies, you asked for this.
Right, so there's, by the way, this is where the Envelope people's armies are, as we just basically move our fleets to position, and soon, very soon, I think you're going to know when our battleships get into range, by the way. You will know when our battleships get into range.
Glorious
that's our cruisers into range. I think the battleships are just there. Yep, the battleships just got into range.
Is that the Mega Raptor class ships?
Actually, I believe those are the Federation ships. These ones are my own ones. These are the War Elephants.
Ooh, very nice.
But unfortunately, the armies of the Envelope people are not doing so hot because now my battleships are just shooting them out of the sky. Oh dear. Bye,
and while we watch
guys.
that, we have a few questions about other game.
Yes.
Ella gave us £2 and said, would you guys ever play Who's Your Daddy again?
Incoming.
I've heard it's kind of moved on a little bit. I might wait for like the next big like release phase of it. I'm not sure what stage it's in right now. So I might kind of wait for the next big release phase.
And then we've got messages from people in the chat. Renzi asks, can John play Medieval 2 with Third Age and Divide and Conquer mod?
Third Age, Divide and Conquer. I do have some plans for some Total War-y stuff. But we'll let's wait and see. Let's not spoil that just yet.
Brian asks, Brian asks, will you be doing another live stream of Stellaris after the Synthetic Dawn comes out?
I might do like a one-off. I'm not sure I'll do like a full-on thing. You guys are going to Tarzi. Where's Tarzi? Tarzi. I don't know where you're going.
And also because someone asks every single time, I should say that Ethan wanted to know if you like XCOM 1 and 2, because 2 has a new cool expansion and you should play it.
I haven't played 1 or 2 yet, so once again, it would be something that's a little bit behind the times, because I need to, figure out all the rest of it first. So playing the DLC for 2 is quite some way off. Oh, bloody finally! Right. The traditions have just come in. Right, so obviously we're taking...
so we have a new perk?
No, we're starting we're opening the discovery tree.
Are we really?
Because
I thought
we
you were
we need to reduce the cost of our research build stations by yes, we're finishing Harmony. Right, so Harmony done, and that opens up a new Ascension perk slot. So our options now are basically assuming we're not going down engineered evolution, we're kind of more talking about robots here. We do have some robot stuff, so robot maintenance cost down and robot build speed, and also a special project for cybernetic citizens, which is an option, but arguably more of like a nice to have aesthetic role-playing thing rather than actually that useful. Galactic force projection, just straight up naval capacity plus 200. So for us, that's about, in all fairness, it's only like a 15% increase in total naval capacity. Nice to have, absolutely, but not necessarily essential. Defenders of the Galaxy, 50% bonus damage against anything that can theoretically show up at an endgame crisis, which will happen sooner or later, is certainly of use. I personally think technological ascendancy is not that great. One vision, unity output plus 10%. Anything that gets unity output up is not a terrible idea, so one vision wouldn't be bad. Mastery of nature at this point I think would be pretty pointless for us. Voidborn, habitats are certainly okay. Galactic Wonder, okay. Or we could have Galactic Wonders and begin Operation Let's Build some flipping Sentry Arrays and Science Nexus and stuff. So now that we've got Mega Engineering, Galactic Wonders is an option too. So I'd say there's a lot of interesting stuff we could do there. Claire, set up a straw poll.
For what?
Set up a straw poll for this Ascension perk.
What Ascension perk are we...
Yes, what Ascension perk are we going for? I'm gonna say your options are going to be... Because we can't have necessarily like...
So which ones?
Okay, well, I'll give you all the options that are not ridiculous. So, the flesh is weak.
Yes. Yeah, I got that.
Okay, and galactic force projection. Naval capacity plus 200.
Got that.
Okay, defender of the galaxy.
That's probably a really bad one for you because you attack everyone, but go on.
And then we've got... I'll put one vision in. I will put one vision in because unity output plus 10% is worth considering, quite frankly. And sure, let's include Voidborn and Galactic Wonders.
Voidborn.
Yeah.
Voidborn.
Yeah.
And Galactic Wonders.
Those are two separate entries, by the way.
Yes, I realize
Okay,
that.
cool. And we'll leave
of them?
Yeah, and we'll leave the others out. Yes.
All right, the straw poll has been created.
So watch the chat for that. You get to vote on the Ascension perks there. I think, quite frankly, there's not really a bad option there, to be honest. I think there's a lot of interesting options there. So we will wait for those to come in. Claire, you spamming the heck out of that?
Yes, I am spamming the chat with that, and whilst we do this...
While we're waiting for that, Claire, you get us
shout-out-
caught out on that, yes, while we're waiting for the
Shout out to
answers.
Thomas Richter, another regular viewer who gave us 10 Brazilian real and said, terraform Fallout New Cassie into a Gaia world and rename it to a Gek world.
That's
GECK
cute, yes,
world.
actually. I assume I've got the energy sitting around for that. Let's actually go back over here, because yeah, you can't go straight from Tomb to Gaia, which is kind of annoying. But let's see, can we actually make this a
shout out to Robert Wizawati, who gave us $2 and said, John, do you want my Greek mythology lecture notes?
I've got my own
That's a
somewhere.
whole degree in it.
I've got my own somewhere or other. What's that symbol? Oh, that's Ascension Perk symbols. What's that? I don't remember.
Shout out to Hi, I'm Delta, who gave us $2 and said, has John played Convoy? I know for sure he'd love it.
Actually, I was literally looking at it the other day. I've owned it for ages. I just haven't got round to it. So yes, expect that will happen at some point.
Ooh. Sorry, and also a shout out to Killer Minnow, who gave us $2 and said this is the midstream reminder to hashtag sex the Patreon. So yeah, so Patreon is a thing that you can go and check out if you would like.
And sex as well.
Yeah, sure.
Now, we've also got. I forgot to. I need to literally
John
go.
Sir Roderick makes a good point. Says you shouldn't rename Fallout New Cassie because it was named after.
I'm not renaming it. I'm just converting it into a Gaia world.
Good.
We
Yes.
wouldn't rename it. That's acceptable. Right, we're gonna lay that down. Oh, we need Claire. What's on our list of planets to be named? Because I'm laying down
Sister
2 new
Bay.
ones. Sister Bay. Yeah. That.
Ooh, and I think we're out of names after
But
that.
are we naming it like she was Sister
Yeah.
Bay, or
Yeah.
are we actually naming her Sister Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah. That you can't say yeah to either or. Yes is a terrible answer to an either or question. This is how
The
nuclear
person
war
who's-
starts.
The person who suggested it was spelling it like that.
Yes. All right. World Sister Bay is on its way over there, and the other colony ship is, of course, coming over here to the Thrish system, where we also have Thrish 1, which also has already been partly developed. So the Olympus is coming over here. Another 30 gets us that, and you can settle down over here. This is a good spot for you. So do we not have anything else floating around at all?
In terms of names?
In terms of leftover names?
Waiting for people to give us something. in
Okay,
the
we
chat.
will leave it as Thrish Prime for now. That Thrish Prime is up for grabs as 2 things go over there.
Name a planet Hannibal, says Warpeg. By the way, speaking of Hannibal, we had a message earlier in chat from a bush from the island of Borneo who said it's because of John that I love ancient history and I started to read a book about Hannibal Barca. So well done, John.
Excellent.
Sorry.
Okay, how are the results looking for our straw poll, by the way? Are we looking at an answer yet?
Let me just double check that for you. What ascension perk are we going for? View the results. Galactic Wonders is winning with 49%.
I was not surprised at all. Right, Operation
Name a
Galactic.
planet Geralt. People are saying, ooh, but Kyle Crampton said, could my dog Sasha be added to the list? She passed away a couple years ago from kidney failure.
Excellent. We have the world's
That's not
Sasha. No, wait, sorry, sad. Not.
Sorry, Kyle.
Sasha. There we are.
Yeah, and
people who are also anyone who misses the Nerdkey videos right now, we can also just kind of pretend that it refers to Sasha the scooter or moped or whatever Sasha was exactly. There's Sasha system right there, lovely. And this is going to be this is the base system. But for the sake of argument, I'm going to name that's going to be the base system spelt like that.
Yeah.
That's the base system. Lovely. Yes, Claire.
Oh yeah, and a few people in the chat have mentioned earlier that we should name a planet #Deadly Penetration. I'm not ignoring this comment, you guys. It's just there's a lot of comments.
She is ignoring you. You need to say it more often so she'll stop ignoring you.
John, stop it! Alright? How was your work day, Claire? Well, my boss kept telling people to tweet #Deadly Penetration at me. It was great.
I didn't say tweet. You just said tweet. I didn't say tweet.
Anyway, never mind. A A shout out to Micah who gave us $10 and said, Claire, have you seen the Fallout 3 kill everything, and how did you like it? I have seen parts of it, but I have not seen all of it because it's quite a bit. But I have seen many parts of it because when you regularly show me when there's something funny in a video that you think I will enjoy. So yes, I do. I've seen plenty of bits of it. And shout out to Red Wrath who gave us £5 and said, long time watcher, off to work now. We'll have to we'll have the live stream under the bar in the pub. You're working in a pub. That's great.
What?
They said, long time watcher, off to work now. We'll have the live stream under the bar in the pub.
Excellent.
And I automatically assumed they were drinking in the pub, but they're obviously serving in the pub.
Yes. Because the people who go to the pub to drink aren't allowed behind the bar as a general rule. That way madness lies, Claire.
I'm so smart.
That way
anyway,
madness lies.
I would love to hear some of the less well-known Greek myths. A shout out to some other guy, Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, who gave us $20 and said, no message, just popping by to say have a good day.
Oh.
You too, my good sir, you too.
Thank you very much there. You have a good day as well.
A shout out to Textual Adventures, who gave us $2 and said, last one. Question is, what is your favorite alcoholic drink?
Pims and lemonade. Pims and lemonade. Best drink.
Best drink.
It's a good drink. It's a great drink.
Yes, I love Pims too. I like gin and tonic. And I like that with lemonade as well. Why
did I build a mineral silo there where there's literally nothing for it to pass a benefit onto? Because that's the adjacency one, not that. I think I meant to build the other one where it's the whole planet benefiting. But all right, as it's there now, I guess I'll just build a mining network here. Why not, eh? And yes, Fallout New Cassie will eventually be a beautiful, beautiful Gaia world, and everyone will want to live there, and it'll be glorious. But it takes a very bloody long time to make a Gaia world, unfortunately. So you know, it's just going to take a while. Actually, Rome I could make into a Gaia world as well. I could make Rome nicer. That might be actually technically habitability is already 100%, so there's not much point. To be perfectly honest, it would just be a nice to have. And there's a lovely little auto-curating vault and everything. Can I actually, I'm not sure whether you can terraform your own home world. And also, how much would this cost? It would cost 3,400, not even that much. You know, I should probably do that. At some point, I might just make my own home world into a Gaia world, because screw it, why not? You guys are, oh, hello, we've got, wait, what happened to the, where did you go? I need to keep an eye on where you, oh no, hang on, there's not you. You are, well, maybe you, hang on. Where's the big Warthog fleet? Because some of it got away. Some of it did get away last time. I think it might be over there. No, that's nothing. Right, we need to track that down at some point. We don't currently know where that is, unfortunately. Right. Yes, that's fine. Let's just keep time ticking along here. While we've been looking at that, that world's almost collapsed already. In all fairness, the Federation fleet, now it's not following me, should be able to do a pretty good job tracking that down and taking care of it by itself. Sorry, while we're just invading, Claire catches up if anything.
Shout out to the 2 people who donated us money, so I had to say hashtag deadly penetration. So shout out to Money Beam who gave us €2 and hashtag deadly penetration, and shout out to Diothian Gaming who gave us $10 and said hashtag deadly penetration. Here guys, I said it a third time for free. Shout out to Frog Raider 1 who gave us $10 and said name planet Eddie's home. Eddie's home. Sorry, I couldn't see that really clearly.
Oh, is that as in the Fallout ED?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey. Okay, the Tabbies are badly outnumbered, but they're gonna easily win because they are mighty, mighty claw beasts.
The English Potato said that they have sent us a picture of John the cat. She's grey and doesn't have any perception.
Aww.
No.
I like the fact there's a John the cat and she's grey and has no perception and is also pregnant. All of this is good as far as I'm concerned. Right, now, oh, one of the Tabbies might be in a little bit of trouble. I think they're holding on for the time being. That one's the most weakened. Come on, we need to win this before this Tabby runs into any trouble. Come on, they're almost... Oh yeah, there's a bunch of slave armies. They're not going to stand up to much. I think we are just... Yep, clearing them out fine. We almost took a loss, but I think in the end we didn't. Marvellous, well done. Right, So that world got taken over there. Very, very nice. Did I assume that was the... I'm guessing that was the capital, given it was so much better guarded than everything else. Up to 55% on the old war score right now. No sign at the minute of the main fleet of the Warthogs. Quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if they just backed off and decided this war wasn't worth fighting, given we're not showing much interest in them right now. And, yeah, meanwhile, if they try and front up to us, they will get destroyed. So I'm not too surprised by any of that. Briefly, the fleet was kind of wandering around over here in, like, Warthog territory, but they seem to be not bothering at this exact moment in time. And we've got, Trish Prime and Sister Bay going down at the minute, though. I think that will rename to... Oh, yeah, it's already being renamed as Sasha. Fine. So they'll be renamed automatically in a moment. Right, let's just get everything up in the air here. Everyone be embarked. Lovely. And then we can just head on our way over to this final world here. Technically, there is actually one starport. This is actually, I think, their last starport, in fact. So, everyone just head over there, take care of that, and then once that's done, the transport fleet also go and join in too. Lovely. So everyone's just going to head on their way. We'll just knacker that. Final world needs to go down. And technically, even if we don't have all the war score, I believe just like we did up north with these guys, if we simply occupy every single one of their planets, I think they have to capitulate at that point. That's just the rules. So that will be nice. Because they've got, like, yeah, they've technically... We haven't even actually taken out their one fleet of, like, 4,000. We've never been able to pin the damn thing down, unfortunately. But no matter. You want to hand over a whole bunch of stuff, do you? Here, there we are. A whole bunch of stuff. I like a whole bunch of stuff. Ah, that's actually enough minerals. I'm going to totally get that happening on Rome. Rome's going to be converted into a Gaia world. At this point, we're just doing flipping vanity projects. Boom.
So, John, did you end up taking that Ascension perk or not?
Yes, yes, I did.
People in the chat are asking.
Yeah, we took it. We've taken it. As soon as the war's over, we're going to... As soon as this war's over, we will start... I think the fight started and immediately ended over there. As soon as that's happening, we will... Yeah, as soon as the war's sorted out, we will actually... No, come over here. Just come over to here. Thank you. As soon as this war's over, then we will indeed basically start looking at where we want to build ourselves some mega structures. Start saving up some magic. I should stop doing vanity projects like converting our home world into a Gaia world for no reason. We should start saving up money because, you know, 37,000 in the bank and pretty much well over fleet capacity. We're in a good state to actually build some stuff, and we could definitely increase the speed of our science by building a science nexus. And Central Arrays are just funny. It basically just gives you free visibility of literally everything. Now, are you bombing the right world, or are you... No, I think we're bombing the wrong world again. There we are. That's the right world to bomb. That's fine. Now we're bombing the right world. It's okay. Everything's under control. Anything guarding this world? Very little at this point. Fine. We just occasionally bombard the wrong world. It's fine.
Oh, that's all right. I was just laughing at people in the chat making fun of your perception is all.
Active sensor link. Yeah, let's swap active sensor links. It's never hurts to have visibility as to what's going on. Lovely. Right.
Shout out to Kyle Crampton, who gave us $10 and said, "Thank you so much for naming the planet after my dog. She was a good girl."
I am absolutely convinced Sasha was the best girl.
And a shout out to Napoleon Bonaparte, who gave us $50. Thank you so much for your generosity. And says, Claire, would you name a world Heimer after his grandfather who passed away about this time last year?
Okay, we'll add it to the list. We will add it to the list, so when we've got new worlds coming down, that will definitely happen, yes.
Oh, and Neat Icon, who's another regular commenter, gave us $10 and said, could you name a world after your tortoise from your last Curious Expedition live stream?
Flip, what was the name? Was it Miss Bedding?
Yeah, but
Flip.
Okay, but she had a name, but then you called her, I think, Ms. Shellington.
I did call her Miss Shellington, yes. That's why I can't remember, because I kept calling her Ms. Shellington.
But I think we should name a planet Ms. Shellington.
Yeah, that seems fair. We will name a planet.
Did you have a planet named Miss Whittington and a planet named Wolfie? Because someone suggested that.
I don't think we've got Wolfie or Miss Whittington as planets at the minute.
Okay, well, someone was suggesting all the animals you killed in game, and so that would, I'm afraid, cover all of those. But yes, another shout out to MacLeod, who gave us $2 and said, "So John, Fallout 1 YOLO?"
Fallout 1 YOLO. I'm not sure about that.
You will die very quickly.
Now, are these guys going to surrender? Because they should surrender. We've taken over all their planets, so I think they might surrender. Or maybe it was just coincidence last time that we took over all the planets at the exact same moment as we happened to hit the right war score to make it happen.
Aww. we have a suggestion for a name from Great Britain, who said, I'd like to request the name Kara and Saoirse. They were always inseparable. Saoirse used to get scared of random stuff, would run away, and Kara would always follow her to keep her safe. So that, I find that adorable because it reminds me of Tabby, who gets very terrified of
constantly, yes.
So I think that's a good one.
Okay, we found the Warthog fleet. I'm now on the chase. They are bombarding one of the worlds we've taken to try and take it back, I think. So what we're going to basically just try and do is I'm just going to try and send my own fleet to try and intercept. Ah, no, the Federation fleet's already on it. Okay, I'm going to come in and try and reinforce. So my fleet will be coming in time, but the Federation fleet is moving into battle positions already with 100,000 strength. I barely think they took a knock last time because I've set up this fleet with ludicrously long-range fire. And ludicrously long-range fire, of course, means they're basically not going to be able to do much in the way of fighting back because large amounts of their strength will be taken out before it even begins. Now, plenty more messages coming in. You want to pay me stuff? There you are. I'm happy to take stuff. And research for research every flipping time. Never hurts. Oh. They're moving away from the planet. They are moving away from the planet. No, I think they're being pulled into a fight here. I think the fight has begun. In we come. Right, in comes all of that fire. And they are going to start... Oh, yeah. This is closer range than they would like to be, ideally. They've got shields up for now. They've got a few corvettes at the front that are just going to tank. I think there might even be flipping cruisers. But the firepower is already going to start tearing these guys apart. It's laser-based while the shields remain up. Therefore, not a huge amount of damage is going to be taken. But already the frame rate is tanking like crazy. But the Rontor are present as well with another 55,000 backing up. These guys are badly, badly outnumbered. And those advantages just scale and stack in this game. These guys will not be able to jump for quite some time simply because it's been not long since the battle actually began. They're probably just trying to desperately get an emergency cooldown on the way, but no, the shields are down, and that means now these lasers are just going to start tearing apart because the lasers get hull penetration. They can just bypass all of that lovely, lovely extra armor down to 25,000. There's now nothing left but basically 20 battle cruisers. Every battle cruiser that dies is a big, big loss, and they warp out. Unsurprisingly, they have now warped away, and they have jump drives as well. Like, somehow these bastards picked up jump drives. I don't even know where they got those from, but they've got them from somewhere. And there's more explosions in the actual wider galaxy. That system just exploded for no unexplained reason. Marvellous. So, that's them pretty much taken care of. So when we inevitably do go to war against the Warthog people as well, we've pretty much already destroyed their only fleet, broadly. I think it might be, yeah, there's some reinforcements going on around here. Going to quickly just nip into here and just have a little look-see, just look at the negotiation. Can we get these guys to accept this at this point? And acceptance, and no. It's a little bit more expensive because it's their final world. I could just leave them with one planet and end the war now, but quite frankly, we may as well just kind of go and wrap it up. How much more do we actually need? Oh, we need 100. Because we're literally wiping them out, they're not going to accept it for any less than 100. You know what? Because I want to get into some flipping energy structure. Wait, why have I got a... Wait, what? Oh, I've gone up to 14 because both my worlds went down, Sister Bay, and no, you're not Thrish Prime. We discussed this. You are Sasha. There we are. Sasha. There we go. Even said it in the vaguely nerd QB way. Right, now that's down. That's fine. You know what? Maybe I just leave them one thing. Maybe we leave them one... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to leave them ruin them. I'm going to leave them Ruinum and just take the rest of it. Actually, is Ruinum really underdeveloped? I want to make sure Ruinum is massively underdeveloped. No, Ruinum's really developed. I'm going to find their least developed planet and just leave them with that one. They can keep whichever they're...
You are lovely. You're the nicest person ever.
This has not got much in it. And it doesn't even have envelope people. Actually, you know what? That'd be cute. I might just actually leave them this. Because...
The only world that they're not in.
Exactly, because then it's not envelope people anymore. I think the only thing that would be left would be these bird people on... it's primitive factories and primitive farms. Basically, I'd regress them to the Stone Age. Done! Right, I'm just going to leave them this world, because this world down here has nothing but primitive stuff. So basically, we've just knocked them back out of the Space Age. It's just a bunch of bird people sitting around on primitive farms and with primitive factories. Yes. Yes, I am sending you... I have literally bombed them back out of the Space Age.
That's great.
That is beautiful. Right, so everything...
You're just a terrible person.
Everything but that one. Okay, all of you. There we are. So now I'm going to demand all of those be liberated, and then I'll just vassalize all of it. Yes?
So some people in chat are saying, no, you won't be able to vassalize them that way. I wonder if it's... Yeah.
I'll be able to vassalize these guys. They wouldn't be that strong. It'll be fine.
Okay.
I think it'll be okay. Right, I'm just going to send those demands, and that's fine. The envelope people can live on in a form where they have no envelope people and also literally no technology. I'm going to send those demands over, and we'll just wait for them to accept that, and they have indeed accepted it. Lovely. And they've immediately requested... Oh, wait, whoa. What just happened to the borders? The borders went nuts because of who owns what now. Right, stop for a second. So... The Lartrapian... Okay, so what's left... Oh, blimey, yes. That's what's left. They just got divided into those 4 green bits because they don't have much in the way of border strength. Whoa. So the Lartrapian Empire has instead demanded, or rather asked, to join the League of Non-Aligned Powers. They want to join up with the First Galactic Empire. No, I'm going to demand their vassalization instead. We don't need them. And instead, I am going to demand their vassalization, which they will accept. So everyone was wrong. They are willing to accept that. And in a second, we have just won ourselves, technically, the Federation victory. So the First Galactic Empire, we have technically met the victory condition there. The Galactic Empire has won the game by having their Federation own 60% of all habitable planet. Although I feel kind of cheated because there's no Romans there. Technically, the Mighty Ducks were president at the time. So at this exact moment in time, the game is saying, the Galactic Empire, hooray for the Ducks! And also the Ducks. And they're the Duck faction and their Duck world. Everyone is basically saying, it's all about the Ducks, but if we arrange it by planets, I've got 50 planets. Bloody hell, I've got 50 bloody planets. Right, that's pretty good. Though actually, I'm not even ahead on research just because my research falls a little bit behind, because the more planets you have, the slower your research is. Military fleets are miles ahead of everyone. They're not quite as strong as literally everyone else combined. We've got, in our Federation, we've got a lot of stuff going on there. We're the most populous, Pax Romana, by a long way we are. We're the most populous. We've got by far the most planets. But we're not alphabetically the first, which is a great shame. So, we have indeed technically won, but now we just need to, as that's happened, hang on, just go over here. We have now expanded our flipping space quite significantly. In fact, actually, I think I've just handed over a whole bunch of territory to the, who are you guys? The Combine of Zukai. Because basically, now that the Envelope people are a small, crappy empire that no one cares about and nobody likes, as an unfortunate result of that, yeah, the Zukai, with their border strength, has just expanded like crazy. And as a result, they've just taken over a huge amount of space. So these terms are acceptable. Our forces will cease offensive operations immediately. This war has gone on for too long. Marvellous. And non-aggression pact invitation. Yep, fine. And those guys have been invited into non-aggression pact and vassalization, which they have been willing to accept. Beautiful. Meaning, technically, there is still... Wait, where is it? Is it you? Yes, the Envelope people do still exist. They do still exist over there. You should know that your people are not very popular among our citizens.
Well, you just have poor taste, Envelope people.
You should know that they're not very popular. And the poor bastards, this is all they've got. This is all they flipping have. There's not a single Envelope population left in the Envelope people anymore. There's just... I don't even know who these guys are or where they came from. I don't remember seeing the home planet of these guys. So I'm not sure who these guys are. But whoever they are, they're just... Ooh. What?
In celebration of our mighty victory, a piece of fan art from Conscript David.
Excellent. We've beaten before and we'll beat him again. Screw the Envelope people, indeed.
I will put that in the chat and then get up to speed with some of the donations and comment that we've had. Mm. But in the meantime, glorious leader, the people want a speech.
Oh dear. Right, I need to think of a speech. Oh dear.
Would you like a minute?
I need a minute. I need a minute while you go through some more donations.
Shout out to Roman Tatale who gave us $20 and said, did John ever play the Battletech board game? Any interest in the upcoming PC game?
The Battletech board game? No, I don't actually know what's in the Battletech board game. Well, I'm going to guess Battletech, but it's a board game. But no, I never actually played it, no. So I know very little about that.
And next we've got a message from Cyborg ASM 3000 who gave us 500, that's Danish krone, I believe, and said, "Hey Claire and John, about time I supported this channel. Thanks for a huge amount of quality procrastination. Always looking forward to your uploads around midnight. Thank you very, very much for your generosity."
Thank you very much indeed, yep.
And thank you very much also to Long Pekoff, who gave us $5 Australian and said, "Have some dollary dues," with a little heart, which is
Those
nice.
are the best dollary dues.
Except for the Canadian dollary dues.
That's
those are
yeah, but
big.
they're not dollary dues, are they? They're dollars, eh?
Sorry, that my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, get it right, Claire.
And also shout out to some other guy part to Electric Boogaloo, who gave us $2 and said, "Is there a Mad Bastards fleet yet?"
There is not. There is not as yet. There may well be at some point. We shall have to see if we have space and room for such a thing.
Shout out to Nubia Valtha, who gave us 10 Swiss francs and said, "You win! Now turn evil and conquer the galaxy in the name of Julianus Vatinius."
Well, first we need to save the galaxy from whatever's about eventually going to inevitably show up from beyond the depths of space. So we'll need to take care of that first. Right, move you down there.
Alright, do you want to do your speech, or do you want to go through many, many, many people's requests to name planets after their pets?
We don't have any planets to name right now. We've not got enough planets.
Oh, and also shout out to Jacob O'Brien, who says, "Today's my birthday, so a very happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Jacob.
And can you name a planet after me? Sorry, we're only naming planets after cute animals."
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
happy birthday!
That is broadly how it's gone, yes.
Well, John offered to name a planet after someone's dog that had passed away, like
And now everyone
2
wants-
streams ago, and now
Now
it's just a
everyone wants their dogs represented in the planets,
thing.
unfortunately.
And cats, and cats.
And cats. More dogs than cats, though.
So a shout out to Robin57, who gave us $5 and said, "Could you name a planet Rocky for my cat? He was a rescue too that adopted me. It's been 3 years since he left us, but I still miss him so much."
Aww.
So I am putting Rocky on the list.
Rocky
of
on the
planets.
list, yes.
Yes. Yeah, we've got many, many, many other adorable puppies and cats to put on the list as well. So a shout out to Phantom240, who said, "Could you name a planet after my dog, Boudreaux, who we adopted late in his life and gave him a loving home to pass his last few years in comfort." So that is now on the list.
Excellent.
And yeah, that is pretty much what we are also doing with Tabby, because we adopted her when she was 10, which, you know, I mean, hopefully she's got many more years in front of her, but
Yes, you should do.
I think, yeah. Guys, if you're looking to adopt an animal, ask your shelter about the older ones too.
Yes, the older ones do always need some love as well. Now we've got yes. Okay, so if we wanted to.
Are you doing a speech?
No,
Or
it's-
are you just trying to weasel out of doing a speech?
I've kind of got some vague puns, much of them are enough to put into a speech. I kind of want to start off with something like, you know, in this post La Trepian world we live in.
Whoa! Go ahead,
dear.
continue.
As we ride into battle and slap on our chainmail.
Woo!
That's
To
about.
stamp upon our enemies.
Yes, there we are. Claire can do the speech. Yeah, Claire's speech. Claire's speech. Claire's speech. Claire's speech.
No. That's above my pay grade, I'm afraid.
Oh dear. The commentators definitely said they were totally licked. Oh.
They were flapping in the wind by the end.
Wait, what?
Because I don't know, I'm trying to think of envelope terms.
What part of an envelope's a flap?
Like the front. This is
How's
why
that
you
a
do
flap?
the speeches.
This is why Claire doesn't know how to
you
do the speeches. Oh, this is, you know what, this is going to go into the history books. This is going to be like, you know, in 100 years' time, in schools, they're going to be playing the message. They're going to be playing the message of, and this is the message that was sent out across the galaxy upon the victory of the Galactic Federation, establishing peace in our time. The flap's the bit of the envelope. That's going to be once we play school. We don't know what she was trying to say. I think it's called the flap. I'm not sure what it's called.
I'm mean, alright, fine. Whatever. Let's talk about dead pets.
Let's talk about dead.
Since we are both trying to avoid making a speech.
Oh, we mailed them. We mailed them to the wall.
Hashtag return to sender.
Hashtag return to sender.
Is it not a red letter day? Says Andrew Miller. Raven says if the speech doesn't start or end with war never changes, it'll be utterly wrong. Ethan says that John enveloped the enemy. Jensen said stamp them out.
Stamp them out, enveloped. Yep, I like this envelopment tactics. The chat's doing a very good job here. Right. The problem is we need plenty of influence. I forgot we need influence. Right,
Shout
okay.
out to Drew who said it's definitely called the flap.
What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take away this here thing. I know we're going to give up a bit of territory by demolishing this frontier outpost, but I'm going to do it anyway just to get the influence back. Because honestly, at this point, we're just... so that will almost certainly now fall out of our...
Shout out to Benjamin who says Claire is correct, John.
Now what's going to happen to this? There we are. So technically we've just lost a little bit of territory there, but that's fine. Honestly, I'm okay with that because it's being given over to the bug people, and that will also get us a bunch more influence.
Shout out to Fireside Cat who says, and so ends their postal route.
And so ends their postal route. The chat's doing a better job. Okay, collate all this together into one speech that you have to give. You have to give one speech made entirely out of chat puns. Begin collating.
War never changes. Is it not a red letter day? Return to sender. Flapping. John enveloped the enemy. Stamp them out.
You can't just repeat things. You have to construct them into sentences.
No, I'm sorry.
You have to construct these into actual sentences.
It's poetry, John.
I feel like I'm dealing with a 5-year-old who doesn't understand the purpose of their first ever standardised test. You need to take these things and construct them into sentences. Can you take these words and put them into a sentence? And your restaurant was terrible.
My restaurant was amazing, and the only reason it didn't do better is because I didn't serve any bloody bacon.
Construction complete.
Anyway.
I'm
Go
on,
just
Claire.
gonna read the bits that talk about how I was correct and you weren't.
Acceptable, yeah. Spiritism.
Yes. And finally, shout out to Alex who said, "Letter it be."
Letter it be. No, that's good. I like that. Right, and spiritualism is... How much spiritualism is there even left in the Empire right now?
Shout out to people in the chat saying, actually, I thought Claire was doing pretty well.
Oh, I may have been mean to Claire. That happens.
You never do that. You never do that, John. Isn't everyone shocked at the idea that John would do that?
I think we're gonna... Yeah, apparently because I'm just... stop suppressing the facts at this point.
Henrik!
I'm gonna... What?
Claire picked up the boring speaker trait. Thank you very much, Henrik. I won't get your name right again.
Oh, dear.
Oh, shout out to everyone saying that bacon is awesome. In
Bacon
the chat.
is awesome.
Bacon is life, you are correct.
Right.
The Warspite for the win. Thank you, Malignant Martian. I appreciate your endorsement there.
Excellent. Oh, I love how big the Xeno Reform Forum is, given it's handing over loads of influence. Right, okay, so, thanks to that, we've now got ourselves up to 3.5 influence a month. Now that's good progress.
Shout out to Goatbot, who said, "Letter? I don't even know her." The old ones, the good ones.
They are indeed. Oh, I think I'm almost out of flipping storage capacity for everything at this point. Yep.
Shout out to CW, who says, "Claire hit John over the head for all of us."
Wait, what did I just hand over for? How should we respond? Any credits? No, that's backwards. I got that one wrong. I think I just started trading the wrong way. I want to trade 4 minerals. 4 minerals. That's more like it. I think I'm almost at capacity. What is my capacity for minerals right now? Oh, it's 50,000. Okay, I'll keep 4,000 in hand. Bloody hell.
Slinger, my man!
Yes?
John beat the envelope people because they were stationary. Nice!
Because
That's
they were
beautiful.
stationary. The chat's doing a much better job on the speech than me. I like it. I like it a lot.
Construction complete.
Oh,
Felipe says they delivered a message of war and destruction. We return to sender.
oh, marvellous.
Guys, you're doing awesome.
Absolutely flipping marvellous. Right, over here, let's get the flipping habitability and attraction and whatever up. Lovely. And there we are. Yep, alien migration attraction. Everyone come over to these worlds. Come on, migrate. Migrate in, you bastards. There's loads of good stuff going on here. Right, Legio 1 probably needs to return to... Wait, Legio 1 is literally at 100%. Legio 1 never actually took part in a battle during that entire war, apparently. Which is adorable. Right, Legio 1 needs to return to Rome, and so do the Tabbies down here. The Tabby fleet can just land in order to save a little bit of energy. Lovely. So those guys head over there. Those two worlds going down right now. Need to shove something into a sector just for the sake of getting ourselves back under. Matasnobia is quite ready. Matasnobia is ready to be added back into the Skyrim sector, given it's pretty much at full capacity. So Matasnobia, I mean, I think it was already in there originally. I think it just got pulled out at some point. So down to Skyrim sector. No, not like that. Skyrim sector managed that, and in goes Matasnobia, bringing us back down to 13 out of 13. Lovely. And someone else wanted to give us all the energy credits in the world for... No, that's a really bad deal. No. That's a terrible deal. 6,000 energy credits for 4,000. Wait, hang on. That's a better deal than I do regularly. Oh, well, never mind. I should have accepted that, really. That was actually a better deal. It didn't feel like a good deal, but then I realized, wait, hang on, it's a much better deal than I normally accept. Ah, well.
Shout out to Jeremy, who says, John, just let her do what she wants to do. Claire, you envelope the chat suggestions, put your own stamp on them, and then send them back to us in a nice package. Mm-hmm. That's very lovely. Thank you very much. And that's another regular as well. And then we've got the English Potato says your restaurant was amazing. Also, John sent them packing. John always delivered. We send them back to the Stone Age. I've got a few things there.
Now we need something. The chat needs to start thinking about something. Which is, now that I've rejiggered all of our influence, we've almost got enough influence for a megastructure, because they're 300 to begin building. So we've almost got enough, in fact actually we've just moved over to enough influence to actually get this built. So, as a reminder, by the way, your options are the Dyson Sphere, which basically it's very expensive, and produces a hell of a lot of energy, but to be honest, I think we've got enough energy. The Sentry Array Site, which I think is much more interesting, which basically lets you see the entire galaxy, but I've already got visibility of large parts of the galaxy as well. And the Science Nexus, which ultimately just produces a ton of extra science, but even at its top level, technically only produces 90, 90, and 90, which is still a nice increase, but we've already done kind of much of our research. This is why I feel like megastructures come into the game a bit too late. To be honest, I've always felt like, by the time they show up, you've kind of already got much stuff going on. But it would be nice to get a megastructure in production. I've never actually built one before, so I totally want to build one. So, put your arguments down in the... Actually, yes, straw poll it, Claire.
Yep.
I think it's fair to straw poll that.
What are we straw polling? Just... Sorry, it was talking to people in the chat. So, what megastructure are we building?
Yes, and their options are Dyson Sphere, or the Array, or the Science Nexus.
Dyson Sphere, Array, Science Nexus.
Yes.
Like an array of stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty, we have a poll.
And that is going in right now, so keep an eye on that while I just keep producing more battleships, even though we're already technically over capacity. But screw it, I think we've got, now that we're making over 1,000 energy a turn, I think we're fine to be a little bit over fleet capacity, just for, the fact that sooner or later something bad is going to happen in terms of a crisis showing up. Yes.
And also a message from Bobtron, who said when the war ended, you split the liberated planets into 2 separate Lithrepian empires, in case you want to vassalize both of them.
One of them doesn't like me enough, because I think it was vassalized in someone else's name. So they can't be they can't. They won't. They won't accept vassals. As a fact, I think actually the Rontor might have done already. Because if we go over to these guys, yeah, they're already vassals under the Rontor. So as a result, they've already been vassalized, so they are part of the... Actually, it's kind of weird, because like you'd expect a vassal of someone in your federation to be marked in a special colour, but they're not. They're just marked in grey, the same as anyone else who you don't have any relationship with. But you'd think they would have, like, you know, say like an orange or something, or a pink, to mark, hey, they are connected and working for and count towards the federation thing. So you want to give me a whole bunch of stuff for Pither and Dust, that's a-okay. And you want to give me even more credits for your Anticrystal, I'm literally almost pretty much at fleet cap for everything right now. I'm way over fleet capacity. I'm almost, once again, almost at max energy credits. That's going to be back, that's at 37,000, bloody hell. Do we have the... Ooh! And the Infinite Pond has started to integrate the Valmanex technocracy. That is... Who are those guys again? Is that... no, you're my vassals. Is that you guys? Yeah, these guys. So, the Infinite Pond are just going to start eating them. That's lovely. I didn't even realise you guys were actually working for the Infinite Pond. Again, because the colour system doesn't work quite as it should do.
Ooh, everyone, the vote is very close. We have a 40%, 31%, 28%. So if you want to... make sure that you are...
Get those votes in.
Yeah.
Make sure you get the opportunity to vote in this. Yep, exactly. Democracy's important.
Democracy is very important. Oh, and it's shifting.
Oh, what's it looking like right now? Is there anyone that's looking...
The array is, right now, has 39% of the vote, 39.9%, and then the Dyson Sphere is at 32.5%, and the Science Nexus is at 27.5%.
So which is winning?
The array is winning right now, but
yeah,
by not very many votes at all. It looks very evenly split.
I was about to say, I would expect the Dyson Sphere to be losing quite badly.
No, it's the Dyson Sphere is at 34%.
The problem is the Dyson Sphere is worth so little to me, but the Science Nexus is at least worth something. But I'll admit, it's the most badass one. It is the most badass one. And there's nothing to stop us potentially building like 2 at a time, as long as you've got the influence for it. Which arguably we don't quite at this exact moment in time, but regardless, we can certainly give it a flipping go.
A shout out to Dirty Old Man, who gave us 50 Danish krona and said, on the off chance that you can rename the galaxy, would you rename it Pet Cemetery? Because it seems quite fitting by now.
Aww.
It's a little bit dark. Maybe we'll hold off on that. There's plenty of like non-dead things in the galaxy, like Benor.
And this Benor is dead in the galaxy. Benor died, remember?
No, I choose not to remember that.
And as a final gesture of peace, the surviving Lartrepians are allowed to come into our empire. They may now migrate into the much better empire of the Pax Romana. That is acceptable, I would say. In fact, desirable even. Now we will integrate them. Lovely. And more migration treaties there, and those guys are just continuing their... trade up there. Let's just keep... You know what? We've got so much energy right now. I'm just going to basically keep building. I'm just going to keep flipping building. Just nothing but endless flipping battleships. Because when it comes to it, we will be glad we've got plenty of battleships. And also plenty of corvettes just to screen them. So I'm just going to keep pouring money into that forever.
Shout out to Wampite Warriors Brainiac, who gave us £5 and said, are you just naming planets after dogs and cats? Could you name
Broadly, yes.
After my giant orange rabbit Billy, he died a couple of years ago.
That seems acceptable.
I am putting that on
Dead rabbits
the
seem
list.
acceptable, yes.
And also a shout out to Ella, who gave us £5 and said she's very alive, but I still think you should name a planet Pepper D. Shoot, because it's a good name and she's an adorable kitten.
Is that the same Ella who
Yes.
donated earlier as well? Oh, thank you very much, Ella. It's very generous of you.
It is very generous, and since we're not naming the galaxy Pet Cemetery because it's a little bit dark, maybe we could do that. I will put that on the list as well. Shout out to a street lamp who gave us $5 US.
Definitely a name I've recognised before. That's definitely someone who's been around.
Many years ago, but my family's dog Woofer died. He was very beloved by
Woofer?
everyone in our neighbourhood. That's a good name.
Woofer is a good name for a dog. Yes, that is a good name. I'm sure Woofer was a good boy.
Yes.
Woofer was definitely a good boy. In fact, I'm almost certain.
And then we've got plenty of other messages from people in chat about their pets. Pure Awesomeness 001 said, I would love you to name a planet after my dog Gypsy, who died in April. And Spiral83 says, please, please, please name a planet Patouille. This cat was the cutest, sweetest, and loved to come and sleep on my desk during the last months of his life after he lost his sight.
Aww.
So I am making a giant megalist, people. And Goatbot, who has been very active in the chat, says, could you put Ginger and Buddy on the list? Ginger was my dog I had all my life who got cancer, and Buddy was my poodle who got kidney failure. So I'm very sorry about both of them. And the English Potato says, who has John the Kitten?
Oh, excellent.
The English Potato, who also has an amazing name, by the way, says, I had a dog named Sandy, however, I had to put him down because he was sick and had seizures constantly. Can we get a planet named after him? He was my first woofer.
Oh, we will add we've got a big long list. I'm not sure how much more expansion we're going to be doing in this game, unfortunately, but we will definitely add to a list on the off chance that we can. Do we have more planets going down? Yes.
Well, can you not rename stuff that's like
we could, but it kind of feels a bit unfair to name, like, you know, a random system that's got nothing in it when other things have full planets. So we'll have to see about that. Yes.
All right. I'm
now,
just gonna update the list right now. So
first,
you talk while I do that.
We need the straw poll as well, Claire. We need the straw poll. Remember.
The final result of the straw poll stand thusly.
Okay. In reverse order. In reverse order, please. The
Science Nexus has 26.73% of the vote, and that's 85 vote. And then we've got the Dyson Sphere, which has 33.33% of the vote. That's 106 votes. So the Dyson Sphere doing better than you thought there.
I honestly am surprised, yes.
And the Array have 39.94% of the vote.
So the Array is the winner.
Wins, yes.
Okay, so we need to find a good spot for the Array. I would like to put the Array just straight up in. I think the Array, it starts off with finite range and then expands over time. So probably, therefore, like, the only bit of the galaxy we don't have great visibility of right now is over here in the Sin. So what I probably ought to do, therefore, is we ought to build it close by to Benor, who will guard the Array with his life forever. I would say that strikes me as reasonable and fair. Do we have a construction ship? Yeah, we've got a construction ship right there. Lovely. Yes.
We've got some messages from a PhD Pepperman, who was the person who was writing in Houston last stream. During the Storm Harvey.
Yeah.
Tornado? Hurricane?
I think it was a hurricane. Yeah, I think it was a hurricane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, so PhD Pepperman, who's extremely generously donated $50 twice.
Oh, wow.
Thank
you very, very much indeed.
For that. So he says, John and Claire, I wanted to drop by and say I was the one in Houston from the last stream. We measured 50 inches of rain on my street, and my house thankfully didn't flood. We're very happy to hear that.
That's almost impressive. 50 inches of rain in your house didn't flood.
Yeah. But
that's a lot of rain.
We're very glad to hear that, and we're glad to hear from you again and know that you're safe. He said, I volunteered at my old high school, which was turned into a shelter. Good for you. I sat in with a group of older kids, and we watched the whole of New Vegas no-kill run. It really helped to get their mind off the loss of their homes. They wanted me to send you their thanks for helping them getting their mind off of this mess.
Oh.
So thank you so much. It's just amazing to hear stories like that.
I love stories like that. Now, it was the Array, wasn't it? The Sentry Array that won. Yeah. Okay, so the Array is being built around the sun, because apparently it needs to be built right next to the sun.
Jabba J says, what will the Array be called? I want it to be called Erasing Grace.
I'm not sure if we were allowed to name it, I will call it Erasing Grace. I don't even know if that's allowed. We'll totally do that. And now production has begun. But unlike many things, it's actually a little bit slow to produce. Most things in this game are really fast to produce. Also, I find it interesting that we decided to build it right next to the sun, which I feel like ought to, like, you know, provide some, like, level of interference or something. But no, they're just like, yeah, it's fine. Just shove it next to the sun. You want 2,000 minerals? Whatever, have 2,000 minerals. Lovely. So we're just going to build this thing right here. But we've only built 1% of it, so it's going to take a little while to build that array. Would you believe mega structures are, you know, a little bit on the slow side? Energy credits plus 5%. Oh, I feel like we didn't need that, but whatever. Oh, energy weapon attack speed plus 5%. Boom, every time. That will help with just a little bit more damage output. Very, very nice indeed. So,
we have also a few suggestions from the chat to say we should name a system after PhD Peppermint for being awesome.
that strikes me as reasonable, yes. We can certainly do that. We have got ourselves... Do we have any systems that never really got named that have any form of significance over here? What's this one? This is just the... that's just the R house system over there. Ah, you know what? The Beacon of Stability is just the Beacon of Stability right now, and the Eternal Bastion. Right, Claire, what two particular things have shown up that are of particular significance?
I'm sorry, that's to rename the system.
Yes, and the also section of the ring world itself.
So
Either
people
will
have
do.
been saying to rename it after PhD Peppermint just for this story we've heard.
PhD Peppermint, we say.
Pepperman.
Ah, Pepperman.
Yes.
PhD Pepperman. Okay, that is now the system in which the Eternal Bastion lives, which I think I'm also just going to rename further in the honour. It is not going to be... Well, it's still the Eternal Bastion, but it's also the Unflooded Bastion.
Thanks.
There we
Subtle.
go. It's the Unflooded... In the PhD Peppermint system, it's the Unflooded Bastion. Excellent.
Perfect.
Marvellous.
Perfect.
There we go. That has now been appropriately renamed, I hope. Yes.
Are there any planets to rename in that system?
No, it's literally just the one thing there. Leader lifespan plus 5 years as well. No, it's literally just the one that's there. And leader experience gain plus 50%. Leader lifespan plus 50 years, but recruitment cost goes way up. No, I'm going to go for leader empire, leader capacity, get some extra leaders in production there.
Shout out to Paul Wilson, who gave us $5 and said Claire's restaurant is great. A lovely experience, only slightly marred by the deadly poor ducking.
Good old poor
you heard it
duckin.
here first, folks.
Good old poor duckin.
Shout out to Niche Icon, who gave us another $2 and said hashtag Science Nexus. I'm sorry it didn't go that way. I'm sorry there.
There was democracy. We
there
actually
have
respected the democracy on this occasion.
Like for once.
We don't always, but on this particular occasion, we decided we were going to respect the democracy.
Also, same shout out to Stuart Herrera, who gave us £2 and said build a Dyson Airblade instead.
Build a Dyson Airblade.
we
I love the
choice of
Dyson
that.
stuff. I wish I could have. They're so expensive. I wish I could have a Dyson Airblade because they're totally silent, aren't they? Because they've got no fans or moving parts.
Yeah.
So it means I can actually have it on while I was recording. Because when you're recording and you've got multiple computers and monitors on, and you've closed all the doors to kind of try and keep everything quiet, it gets really flipping hot. It gets really flipping hot. All right, so it'll be lovely. We can actually just get the flipping. Okay, yeah, level 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right, so Sasha can actually have its ports fully upgraded here. That's good. Right, that'll keep that busy for a while. And also gives a tiny bit more fleet capacity. We're several hundred over right now. Bloody hell.
You mean those Dyson heater and fan?
Yeah,
powers,
exactly.
Right?
Those, yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Airblade is like the hand dryers that they
I
have in
wouldn't mind one of those either.
Yeah, we don't.
I think.
I'm not sure we can quite justify the need for that.
This is interesting. Sasha, thanks to the border range strength I have, Sasha has just pushed the boundaries back a bit. So now there's a new, pretty damn good world that used to belong to the Infinite Pond that's just been shoved into my territory that no one's ever taken. So we're totally going to take that. All I'm going to do is... hang on, what's on all these different worlds? Is there anything on these worlds that isn't a flipping... There's a duck, but I don't need a duck there. What I need is a mushroom. Hang on, what's the habitability these days? Habitability for Roman would still only be 55%. I still need something that's a bit more like that. Okay, I need to find a flipping mushroom that's not too far away. Because if the mushrooms are... the non-genocidal preserve. Perfect. Right, so over to your spaceport in a second. Over to your spaceport, and you're currently producing a Corvette. Cancel that. Produce a colony ship that could have any number of things on it. But let's... Oh, bloody hell, loads of things. Oh, we could actually have a Velman Axe. That'd be really good. Sociology, conservation list. No, we'll go with the Zikmox. They're pretty good. I like the Zikmox, intelligent
We have a
and
few
strong.
people confirming in the chat that they do have fans inside of them, those Dyson heaters and fan things, and you can hear them. It's just makes a slightly higher pitch noise than normal fans.
That's a shame. I thought they they were basically magic. and had no moving parts
I
somehow.
know you thought they were kind of magic. They look fancy. And
They
they're very
really
expensive.
are.
But
Yeah. I'm just going to assume they are.
That way you don't.
The
have to
advert
feel
I
bad.
saw had like no noise. Now I feel like the advert is misleading for those Dyson things.
Yes, John. Sometimes the adverts lie.
Shut up, Claire.
Transmission. Construction complete.
Anyway, shout out to Roman Progress who gave us $3 and said messages should be optional. I'm just sending some love with a smiley face. Thank you very much. A shout out to Oli3, another regular commenter and donator. Donor. I know words.
Is it? Is it? Donor is. I guess so. Yes. It's just I never really think of like someone who donates. I think like an organ donor, sure, but I never really think of like I never really hear anyone use the word donor.
Well, because we're not like fancy and like frequenting places where people like donate like massive amounts of money. But you.
I think I would say they are actually, Claire. You monster.
Well, no, that's not what I mean. I mean like when there's like a fancy like party and you can like buy a table at a gala for like £1,000 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like really fancy stuff.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I think the word is donor. Never mind. Shout out to Oli3 who's awesome anyway and says tell John that you can't build 2 megastructures at a time. It's because it takes so much manpower.
It's banned, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That makes sense.
That does make sense, just as a balance thing.
Also shout out to Miss Graphene who gave us $2 and said I just want to hear John say moist on stream.
Moist. There you go. I said it sexily as well.
Ew.
Do you want me to do other words? They're also good. Damp. Ooh, hang. Clammy. Yeah, clammy. Yeah, that's right. Beautiful.
Are you proud of yourself, Miss Graphene?
I am. I'm just going to turn the game speed up to fast here, just to keep things ticking along a bit faster. And we should actually have hopefully a new thing.
Shout out to Kyle Crampton who gave us $5 and said Sasha's still a good girl. So I think a lot of various people have pets named Sasha, which is really cool. And shout out to Wildcat78 who gave us $5 and said there's no need to name anything after my dog because her name is Steve, so she's been well represented on the channel for years.
She's called Steve.
Yeah.
That's great. I love a female dog called Steve. Right, colonize this planet for only 51 influence and
shout out to everyone in the chat who's slightly disturbed by you doing those words there.
give me other unsexy words to whisper sexily into the
Bobtron
microphone.
Bobtron says, get out of my head. Thomas Stewart says, yay. Roman Progress just laughing.
Okay, Claire, I need you to arrange the dead pet stories by sadness at this point due to limited planets.
Jesus Christ, John.
So find the saddest one. I want a dog that was
Okay,
I want a dog
John,
that was run over by a car which was driven by another dog. And that dog also died. I want that. Find that.
You know that those people's pets actually died, right?
Yes.
No, I'm just checking whether you're
Okay,
taking it seriously.
okay, which is top of the list as far as you're concerned right now?
Well, the list is alphabetical, and the list is chronological from what I've.
Okay, which one? Who's been waiting a while for a planet, or has otherwise got a good planet? Then you.
Kara and Saoirse has been waiting a while.
Sorry. Kara, as in like Kara.
With a C.
Okay.
As in our friend Kara.
Not as in Kara Zor-El. Okay. Yep.
And
Yep.
like as a different, because they were the 2 pets who were like super friends.
Yep.
Together.
Okay. And.
Saoirse, Sursa.
Sha. Kara and Saoirse. Okay.
Yes. Warning for a super sad story coming up.
Oh bloody hell!
You asked.
I just told you to arrange them by sadness. Yes, that's fair.
You said the person who's waited super long, and that was Kara and Saoirse.
Yeah.
A story that just came in. I'm very sorry to hear this. Is from Charles, who said, "Could I have my cat and dog added to your list? My cat was named Frisky, and he passed away of old age, and my cat Daisy passed away from being trapped in a burning house." I know. I told you it was really sad.
Okay, that one goes pretty high up the list of sadness.
I know.
In the sadness order. That strikes me as reasonable. Right. And hang on, get time ticking on while that...
Let us know if they want like a planet together or if they want like separate planets far away so that they don't have to be friends.
Oh, blimey!
Sometimes cats and dogs are really friendly and sometimes they're not.
Claire, remember this space up here that was complete? This is the space, by the way, that was empty at the beginning of this stream.
Yeah.
The bug people have just gone nuts up here. The bug people have truly gone absolutely nuts. They've just basically moved in huge flipping numbers and just taken over. Hang on, because these worlds are like pretty well developed. Yeah, they've just basically moved in and taken over some really well developed worlds. They have moved in on flipping mass. Actually, I know what it is. It's because it's deserty. And that's exactly their preference. So they've just flipping the Ilkhan having like, because bear in mind their empire was like this empire that was really horribly squished. Ooh, hello, the AI Accords popped up. Good. I'm glad about that. Right, our administration has been approached by a number of synths representing our artificially intelligent population. They speak of the particular issues facing robots in the Pax Romana, such as rust and being annoying bleepy bloopy flashlight heads. Stupid robots. And also people being racist throughout. Ooh. Oh, never mind. The anxieties of not being alive by organic standards and their rights subject to the whims of their creators. They seek an accord that the rights of artificial intelligence be made part of the indelible foundation of Roman governments even. So, what I should do is say yes. Because if you say yes, even if the AI rebellion starts, your robots won't join it. You're basically immune to the AI rebellion, which is a really, really good idea. And there's basically no reason not to, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it means you can't outlaw or... you can't outlaw or make slaves of robots, but there's no Fallen Empire or Consensus that would be able to force me to do that anyway, because they're already dead. We've already taken their ring worlds off them. Meanwhile, if we can't guarantee the rights, that just means the status quo continues, but they might theoretically revolt in future. So I may as well do that, because yeah, robotic pops will never revolt against Pax Romana. Done! The AI Accord has been signed. Which I'm assuming the robots will actually be thrilled about, so that works for me. And yes, everything is looking very, very good indeed. And thanks to those guys expanding, like, at this point, we're really squeezing out anything that's not us, really.
Shout out to Lord Maximus05 who gave us $10 and said, I love you guys so much, never stop being you. Also still waiting for the My Summer Car live stream.
I think My Summer Car would be a terrible live stream. Because it's...
Is it because you don't know how to build a car?
There's just like, in those videos, they're so edited down because there's so much me just staring at things and looking aside. Does that make sense? Does this make sense? Is that sensible? I don't know if that makes sense. And it probably didn't make sense for the most part.
No, it didn't.
No,
Can confirm.
Hey, you wouldn't do any better building a car.
Yeah, I also didn't play that game. Shout out to Philip Harbo, another regular viewer and commenter who gave us 50 Danish krona and said, why do you prefer the Swarm to the Unbidden?
Because the Unbidden ships, they have hull and they have shields and they have a variety of weapons. The Swarm have literally zero shields because they're organic, they're nothing but hull. But when you know something's nothing but hull, then what you can do is... Oh, hang on. You've just offered me loads and loads of flipping engine credits. Let's just quickly trade away the engine credits I've got. When you know something's nothing but hull, you can basically set yourself up to deal with hull. Where basically you simply say, okay, well that's absolutely fine because I can just like have nothing but lasers and long range stuff and hull piercing. So it's easier to hard counter them, is what I'd say is the deal there. Also, thanks to the fact we own so much land, we hold so many strategic resources, we can just flog it over and over and over again. We're just flogging it to anyone that wants to buy it, which is great. We're making just like so much money just off that, which is really cool. So that's why I prefer them, because I think it's easy to hard counter them. Plus, they're a bit different. Like the actually, the Unbidden have got a lot more interesting since last time I fought them, because now there's the pillars. There's the dimensional pillars, and until all the pillars have been taken out, you can't attack the portal, so you can't just rush the portal anymore, which is kind of cool. So that's changed. Meanwhile, the Swarm, they don't attack with their fleets. Their fleets are used to defensively defend infested worlds. But the only thing they actually send out to new territory are the infestors. So basically, you can kind of quarantine them by building a massive, deep layer of defense platforms on every system. So if they come up, that's what I'll start doing. I'll basically start throwing down defense platforms everywhere, just because it's the easiest way to do it. So that's certainly an option. That is a... I think I just turned down a treaty of migration because I just didn't pay attention to it in time. Oops, never mind. They'll be coming back to me for more stuff soon, and more
Shout out-
spaceports piling in. Yes.
Sorry, shout out to Miss Graphene who sent us more unsexy words. So they sent.
Okay, go for it.
Construction complete.
They sent $2, so thank you very much for that.
$2.
Unsexy.
So no,
word.
sorry, that wasn't the unsexy word.
What about fixed rate mortgage?
Huh? What about fixed rate mortgage?
That's like way not the worst type of mortgage though.
Yeah. Well, it depends. It depends what the state of the the wider economy is and what you think the interest rates are going to do. Yes. What do you think interest rates are going to do? Yeah. Carry on.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Also, Miss Graphene donated another $2. And
Yeah.
Is pulchritude unsexy even if it means beauty?
Is what?
Pulchritude?
Pulchritude. Ooh.
I don't know.
Well, it's clearly based. It's based on the Latin pulcher,
Right,
meaning
sexy,
girl,
though.
maiden, attractive, things like that. Pulchritude. There we go.
Unsexy word number 4.
Unsexy word.
Donating $2 more. Polyp.
Polyp. Yeah.
No. Also.
Hang on. Moist polyps.
Oh God, John. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Nice.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh, Kara and Saoirse are down. They need spaceports. Spaceport.
All right, guys.
Spaceport.
I've been banning like sex bots the entire stream, so make sure you don't sound like a sex bot when you're commenting on this thing, right? Because otherwise, I will ban you.
How many sex bots do we have in the stream?
Well, there are a bunch.
Are there?
Every stream there's a bunch of sex bots, but Thomas is really good at removing them.
I didn't know that. That's good. Is it because I'm so sexy that they show up?
No, it's because they're bots.
No.
It's because they're bots that want us to like watch live girls for free or whatever.
Wow, are the girls actually live and also free? That's a good deal. Why would you not do that if it's live and free?
Because I'm working right now, so I can't go and do that.
Well, I could open up a second window on our second screen that the audience does, as long as I don't accidentally push the wrong button and start streaming it.
This is Torture, says Wildcat. Phantom 240 says unsubscribing.
Yeah. This all
New
seems.
Channel says, have you considered getting John help?
This all seems reasonable.
Goatbot says, I want to hear John sexily say taxation without representation.
Huh? Taxation without representation. There we go. If only the English had just tried that. If only.
As the one person who's currently being taxed without representation, screw that.
Okay, you are applying for British citizenship right now. You will have representation soon enough. Excellent, and Chestnut is doing very well as well. We definitely want to build a energy grid there.
Everyone, we know you love John. Stop talking about how you're masturbating right now in the chat, or I will ban you. His Graphene donated $5 more and says, I regret those unsexy words. Now take this as my penance. Niche Icon donated.
You brought this on yourself.
$2 and said, unsexy word, intercourse.
Okay, intercourse isn't an unsexy word. That's the epitome of it. Oh.
Shout out to Sir Roderick Quincy Fawn Thunderbottom, the magnificent High King of Australia, who gave us $2 Australian and said, sexy, say my name, John.
The problem is I need to be leaning into the microphone at the same time as reading it, because I always get it wrong.
Don't you remember it by now?
Okay. Sir Roderick Quincy von Thunderbottom III, the High King of Australia. The magnificent High. Okay, we've got a thing that's shown up on Vilcot's Pursuit, which I think is just a planet we've got in a sector somewhere. Xeno researchers have published an open letter demanding that local legislation restricting experiments on near-sentient alien species be relaxed. They make a convincing case for the scientific benefits and warn that the output of the entire scientific community on Vilcot's Pursuit will suffer unless laws are revised. Okay, so society research on 20% for 2 years, or we get a big bunch of scientific research, or unhappy with experiments for happiness minus 15%. Ooh. And that's just for Vilcut's research, right? Oh dear. I'm gonna reduce this. Yeah, I'm gonna take the society hit rather than happiness hit.
Incoming transmission.
That's acceptable to me. I'd rather have that than lose happiness potentially. Oh bloody hell! We're over capacity everywhere. Right, just hello. Guess what I'd like to do? That's right. I'd like to trade for minerals. Ah, good, excellent. I thought you might be able to guess that's what I was doing. Excellent. Right, more stuff. You want to give me? Oh, you want to give me more energy credits, do you? Oh, that's just great. I'm so glad. Right, I need to start moving some stuff out of into actual systems here. We've got yeah, I think Escargon's ready to be added in. Escargon, if I recall correctly, is at this point. Oh yeah, completely fully ready to go. Right, so Salty's ready to be added into there. That's not a problem in the slightest. So we can definitely hand Salty over. And there's got. Hang on, what are you? That's please wait, please snow more.
Complete.
How's that? Oh, is please snow more still been flipping this whole time? Has that been? Wait, what? Please. Oh, yes, there it is. Right, so Please No More is totally ready to also be moved in. So, okay, so Skyrim and the wider Lepkis Magnet system just both need to be expanded. Yeah, fine. Let's just quickly do that. So, the sectors down to the... yes, is it the Skyrim sector over here? Yes, Skyrim sector. So, manage the Skyrim sector. Now we just need to eat you. And you know what, you can have these guys so it's nice and a smooth shape. That's lovely. And this so it's a lovely smooth shape too. Nice. Right, close that. And then also move over to the Lepkis Magna sector, which has, what's that over there? Yeah, some pre-sentience over there. Right, over to that. Lepkis Magna sector. Manage this sector. And Salty moves into this sector, along with a whole bunch of other stuff. Yes.
Sorry, can you actually go up a little bit in this? Because I got,
You got behind, did you? Hang on.
Yes, because of all the sexy words.
Yes, okay, there you go.
Sorry, yes. So, no, I think further up.
Gosh darn it, Claire. Yeah? No, not Claire! Have you been falling behind?
I've not been falling behind. I've literally just been like.
Incoming transmission.
I've been collating everything that was like kind of on the same topic. Anyway, shout out to Copper Hamster who gave us $5 and said, "Get long cables, move the computers out of the room so you just have monitors making heat." Also, my hamster's birthday is this week. Her name is Sunny. Happy birthday, Sunny.
Happy birthday, Sunny.
And Roman Progress gave us $2 and said, chat source building an engine on my summer car. Some other people are suggesting that I should be playing and you should be commentating.
That sounds
and
good.
The chat
yeah.
And like telling me how to. I don't know.
Well, actually, one thing I've long thought about is New Vegas does have a multiplayer mod that's an amateur one, but it's becoming more stable over time. I have thought about us doing a New Vegas multiplayer where you're in control and I just provide fire support. But you have to make all the decisions.
Alright, well, if you want to go back down again, please. I think we're good.
Okay. All the way down to the bottom, or?
Yes, I think. Yeah. Shout out... No. Sorry. It's really hard, alright? There's too many things. Never mind, sorry. Shout out to Asbjorn. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong.
Asbjorn!
I'm probably saying it wrong.
Claire.
Björn, I don't know. You're the one who's taking it horribly. It's just a name.
It's a good name.
And they gave us 50 Norwegian krona and said my grandma's dog Pluto died being run over by my uncle's grain harvester. She was the best dog in the universe.
Ouch, yes.
With like a sad face. So that's why I wasn't reading it at the same time as the sexy words, alright?
That's acceptable, yes.
And sadly we have way more sexy words coming up, so get ready. Shout out to Benjamin Rich who gave us $5 and said, John, get with making an entire galaxy of Gaia words. Will you? Either that or start making all the habitats so you can have all the Sci-Habs.
We cannot have habitats right now because that's an ascendancy perk we haven't taken.
Killer Minow gave us $5, sorry, and said to bring spirits up a bit after all the sexy talk. Just a couple of bucks from our rambunctious yet lazy cats, Tiger and Dizzy, for Tabby's catnip fund. Excellent. Tabby has this catnip toy called Drug Beaver because he's full of drugs. I.e. catnip. And she loves him and she hugs him all the time. It's very nice. Yes, and shout out to Benjamin Rich who gave us $2 again and said, "Do you know how to get back into capacity, John? Hubs."
That is true. There could just be habs everywhere. But the vote was for mega engineering. There was a chance for people to vote for habitat. They didn't. People voted for other stuff instead. Let's just quickly reunite this area here, just to make sure this is all as it should be. There we are. Let's join it back together.
We have more quote sexy words, air quotes, sexy words.
Okay, go. Let's do these. Let's do these.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Daniel Allen who gave us $2 and said, "I shit you not, titty sprinkles."
Titty sprinkles. Yep.
You realise people are taking like screen grabs of you saying that and like
Yeah.
just.
I'm not sure they can take a screen grab of a sound.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Like they're taking snaps of like little bits of you saying like really weird stuff, and someone is gonna end up making like a supercut.
That's fine. Good. Excellent. I always love the supercut stuff. It's great fun. Yes.
Anyway, shout out to Gustav Anderson who gave us 20 Swedish kronor and said you should sexy say Geralt of Rivia, the butcher of Blaviken. Blaviken?
Geralt of Rivia, the butcher of Blaviken. Blaviken. Yep.
Shout out to Miss Graphene who started it all and gave us a further $2 and said you must build additional pylons.
You must build additional pylons. Yep.
Shout out to Niche Hyken who said, "Alright, unsexy world goober," and gave us $2.
Goober.
Shout out to Enric who gave us $2 Canadian, best dollars, and said you should say Julianus Vatinius, sexily.
Julianus Vatinius.
Sure.
Julianus Vatinius is so fundamentally sexy, it does not need to be said sexily, you see.
That's
the thing.
Shout out to Different who gave us $5 and said, "Sex the bugs, sex the bots, sex the John, sex the slaves. What are we not sexing these days?"
The Them belongs to the dead, and anyone who lived on the preserved world, because they're dead too, and the Tabbies who are dead. Basically them. Right, the sentry array is complete, by the way. The light of suns blinds and the darkness of the void hides. Only when we learn to travel fast in the light do we learn how little the light reveals. Today we begin to end this amaurosis of ours. Okay. The sentry array we prepare to build in memoriam system will one day become a star panopticon, one eye on every star. All seeing, I reply. Right, let's have a look-see at it. I don't know what it looks like in this stage. So,
just so you know, in
that's
the
just
chat
a platform. We just spent all that money building a platform.
Just so you know, in the chat right now, we've got comments like best $2 I've ever spent. Hashtag weirdest boner.
Right, we just need to immediately get this in production. So now we are immediately building. Yeah, I think we just spent like, this is just a platform. We spent all that money just building the platform. I think we just need to build a building site on next to which to build the actual array. So alright, fine. Also, I think the array could do with like a bit of defense. So I'm going to build a military station. A Triton class fortress. Yeah. I'm going to build a little bit of defense right here next to that thing just to make sure everything is as it should be. So we're going to have a nice little military station. And you want more flipping money, do you? That's fine. Yeah, one massive platform right there. So I want to have like a little bit of defense next to our sentry array just to make sure it's safe. There we go, lovely. And you want to give me more stuff. And sensor links. I like sensor links. Sensor links are fun. More science coming in as well. Military station health. And, Strikecraft, more attack speed, better and better. Oh, Strikecraft, no damage. Yeah, I'll totally have damage up 10%. Now that that's in production and is just being improved, does that mean also, can I track on how well that's doing in terms of timing? Is that down there? No, that's just, yeah, there's just 2 Gaia worlds being produced down there. But there's no way to keep track of... I guess this will just tell me how long it's going to take. Oh, no, I can see it there. Right, it's going to take a while. That's going to take a little while to be done. But now that's in production, can a different construction ship now build a different thing? If I just kind of go over to this construction ship here and say, hey, can you build a mega structure No. Oh, because I'm lacking in the influence anyway. I'm not sure if now that one's been built, but now it's just being improved, whether a new one can be built, or whether while one's being upgraded, you can't do one at all. I'm actually not sure about that. Oh.
Shout out to Moneybeam, who gave us €5 and said, I am programmed for your pleasure. Please assume the position.
Oh, so that's one of the sexy voices, is it?
I don't know, but I mean, presumably.
It's a thing Fisto says in Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, no, I assumed it was a
So okay, so we need to do this in sexy robot, okay?
I am programmed for your pleasure. Please assume the position.
Yeah.
Okay, that was kind of brilliant.
Yeah! Hey, you weren't expecting that. You weren't expecting sexy robot John to work.
Shout out to
No, wait, no. We're going to do that again. A sexy American robot John.
Oh, no.
I am programmed for your pleasure. Please assume the position.
Claire's given up. Claire's just given up. Claire's gone. Claire's out of here.
Shout out to Sir Roderick Quincy Fonts on the bottom, the magnificent High King of Australia, who gave us $2 Australian and says, Fallout New Vegas multiplayer alpha mode when, John?
Mm-hmm.
That was a question.
Oh!
That
The
was
sin!
a question! You need to pay attention to it and reply.
No, Claire, an important thing just happened. That Sin has actually requested to form the thing. The Sin want to join us. Rather than being destroyed, they wish to join us. I'm having them on. Look at that! Look at our galaxy now!
Ooh,
Look at that!
Quite fancy.
We own oh bloody hell, also someone else wants to join the league. Yeah! Okay, we'll have you as everyone, there's just a domino effect! There's no one left in the galaxy who hates us apart from these guys! That's... Oh my god, did you just join? They want to join too! I think that's everyone! I think we just got the entire galaxy! Claire!
Yeah.
They all joined! No, someone else is left. Who are you? Where the bloody hell are you bastards? What are you guys? Oh, okay, they're those guys. Yeah, we'll have that. I think we just ate the entire galaxy. I think the thing is these guys were all at war with each other, so couldn't make diplomatic moves because you can't ask to join an alliance while you're at war. You join in the case someone else has just asked to be in. Was that those guys? No, it was someone down here. I think there's literally no one left who's not in this apart from you guys, the rebels of the state of Kelzaka, who I think we should just basically go and take over. And then, oh bloody hell, Claire!
Yeah.
Claire, the alerts! The alerts have gone mad.
Too many alerts.
Too many alerts. I don't think we need food plus 5%, to be honest. I think we're swimming in food. Oh bloody hell, yeah, let's get...
Zentensky says the envelope people are still left.
The envelope...
Only the envelope, hey John now.
No, the envelope... Wait, hang on, there's... Wait, what did the envelope people... No, the envelope people have... They've joined.
PD Shoot says this is the oddest thing I've ever joined into.
The
There are a
envelope...
few people who just arrived when you were doing like this sexy American robot voice that are very confused.
And also aroused, yes, I know. No, the
Yes,
envelope...
they are telling me all about it. In the chat. People, let's be a little bit subtle.
Come on, people, let's keep this PG-13. Don't be silly, otherwise Claire will have to ban you. Right, so, okay. Everyone's made peace with everybody, and everyone has immediately, the moment that peace has been declared, basically I've just created galactic peace. I have just created galactic
Do you know what
peace.
happened? They all heard you doing the sexy American robot voice.
I
and
can only
they
assume
swooned.
that's what
They
happened.
swooned.
Yeah.
And like when they fell to the ground swooning, like their pen fell on the Declaration of Peace papers.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
now
it's
everyone is now basically, everyone's vassalization request has just...
Roman Progress said the envelopes joined right after he said that.
Yeah, everything has just happened. Everything's right. Trade deal expired. Rivalry. Yeah, of course the rivalries have ended. Everyone's now in a single galactic UN. We've just.
Sven's Ghost says I'm just so confused.
It's as am I. And the Sin Empire have opened the borders. Everyone's fine.
Rome in Progress says, did John literally seduce the entire universe?
Literally every rivalry has been ended because everyone is now on the same thing. Everyone now doesn't hate anyone else anymore. I've basically taken a war that raged across half the galaxy for centuries, and it's over. It's over. Everyone is.
It's over because you won and you subjugated everyone.
No, I didn't fight a I never. Okay, I destroyed one fleet of the water people, but only because they got him all up in my face. Look, the water people are allowed into my territory now. I've allowed the water people into my territory. They just got up in my face while I was dealing with the envelope people. Okay, there are now two. I think there are now two. Yeah, there's the Lartrepian nations down here who are. No, they are the vassals of the Rontor, so therefore they are actually technically part of the Federation, because if it comes to war, they will actually they'll come and join up with us. Then up here, there's, who are you guys? You are apparently you're vassals under the Infinite Pond, are you? Okay, that's fine. Why are you dual owned? I think there's two worlds in here. One owned by you, yeah, and you are owned by you, and one owned by... Wait, aren't you the same... That's the same thing, isn't it? Why are you... No, you're not the same thing. The Valmanex silencers are... I thought you were dead! How long... Why are you still there? Right, okay, basically at this point, I'm going to clear out the galaxy.
Shout out to Robert Wisawati, who says, have John read My Name's Sexily, but wrong as usual.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Robin, what a weezo.
Yeah, there you go.
Can you go up just a tiny bit? Look, we were too busy.
Yes.
Right? Shout out to Charlie Chalk, who gave us £2 and said, will you stream more Curious Expedition at any point?
It went really well, so I would not be surprised at all if I did, yes.
Shout out to Caleb, who gave us $5 and said, bring back the real chestnut, #RDR, no fake chestnuts.
Yes, this has been an interesting thing. Someone pointed out that the markings of chestnut changed, and possibly Irish stole the real chestnut, and somehow the game has generated a new chestnut.
I told you about that.
But I'm honestly now at that point not sure.
You hit her to the wrong post.
And at this point, I'm not quite sure whether because Chestnut will be appearing obviously in more videos, and I'm not sure whether it's the real Chestnut or not anymore. We just don't know. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Carry on.
Shout out to Nish Hankin again, who gave us $5 and said, chat suggests, oh great miniature nerd, that you begin integrating thy vassals.
I probably at this point do actually have the influence to actually do it, yeah.
Shout out to Different, who gave us $2 and said, sexy American Robot John.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Amanda Davis, who gave us $5 and said, a little something for all your lovely content. Here's hoping I'll have reliable income to be a patron soon. Thank you, Amanda. Sorry that you happened just in the middle of this thing that's going on.
Well, thank you very, very much indeed, Amanda. Yes. Right, so, okay, what we found is, I'm now going to clear out the galaxy. Now there's so little left. Basically, anyone who's not actually part of the flipping... screw it. Okay, you bastards. We'll go again. Anyone that's left is now going to be taken care of. So you stupid bastards, you flipping... I swear the Valmanac silencers were dead. I swear they were dead. I swear we got an alert saying the Valmanac silencers were no more. But alright, declare war, which unfortunately now everyone needs to agree to. So it's... Ooh. Wait, what? Oh, no, that's because I've got a filter on. I've still got a filter. Right, no, there we go. Right. Am I allowed to vassalize them? Okay, it's actually, wait, is everyone willing to... Why would you let me vassalize? I don't even want to vassalize them. I want someone else to vassalize them. Where even is this? It's next to Valmanex Hegemony. Wait, Valmanex... Oh, that's Valmanex Hegemony. Oh, no, sorry, it looks quite similar. Right, are you willing to... Where's the Valmanex Hegemony? Valmanex Hegemony. There we are. Are you willing to just basically take these guys? Is everyone happy with that? No, no one's happy with that. Okay, what if we just vassalize you to the Valmanex Hegemony? No, the Valmanex Hegemony doesn't want them. Okay, fine. Oh, do we just need to liberate them? Is that what we need to do? Do we just need to liberate them? Actually, they're close by to me, quite frankly. Are you willing for them to be liberated in my name? Yes, I think everyone's willing to vote for that. Fine, so we're basically just going to liberate these bastards in my name. I feel sorry for these guys, quite frankly. Right, so we're liberating them in my name, then we'll vassalize them straight afterwards. Lovely. Right, confirm, and everyone will totally vote for... But now, Welcome to the space UN. Okay, we're now at war with these bastards. Bloody hell.
Yeah. Shout out to Nishiken who gave us another $2. Thank you very much. And said hashtag True Federation Victory 2017.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're at war with people again because we can't stop ourselves.
Well, we're running out of people to be at war with. We just need to basically, someone needs to just basically show up and murder these bastards, and that's it.
Shout out to David Ziegler who gave us $5 and said, please say in your American robot voice, assume the position Xeno scum, which I don't think we will say because we're xenophiles.
Exactly.
Right?
You got it wrong there. It's completely against the entire ethos of the Empire, damn it.
You could say assume the position Xeno friends.
Yes.
Assume the position, Xeno friends.
There we go.
Shout out to Kurt Lager who gave us 100 Norwegian krona and said exterminate all non-true Romans. Same answer as before, friend. We are xenophiles.
Yeah, we're
We're not
xenophiles, damn it.
exterminating everyone. Just
There's no
people we're at war
exterminating.
with.
Yeah.
There's not even that many people anymore. Shout out to Loki who gave us £2 and said Benny Vidi Vici. May peace reign supreme.
It is. It's going very nicely, all things considered. We're very close to literally getting rid of all opposition in the galaxy, but in like a friendly way. Yeah, rivalry ended. Rivalry
Not in,
ended.
like, a friendly way.
Friendly way, eliminating absolutely all forms of non-consensus. And then you want Urantic crystals, do you? Ah, you can have some Urantic crystals. I'm just sitting on loads of it. I think actually that. Oh yeah. We didn't even need to bother going up, unfortunately. It feels to me like I think that's the Kessam Compact, isn't it? Yep, the Kessam Compact are showing up, and they're going to take care of this for me. And they've also brought they've brought troops in. The UN's here, boys. The UN's here. Good luck with this. They've got a fleet strength of 1,000 and 28,000 just rocked up. At this point, they're just going to be torn apart. And oh dear. I think that's the Rontor made it here fast thanks to their jump drives. Oh dear. Oh no. And more people are coming in. The Rontor are bringing in more foot soldiers. I don't even need to get involved in this one. I'm just going to watch. Let's just get the view here. This here is... Oh. Okay, wasn't much of a view. This is pretty much the last planet of Fanatic. I honestly thought these guys were already dead. Alright, this time, seriously, don't let them get away. Oh no, they might actually win a flipping victory, irritatingly. Because unfortunately these poor bastards here actually have enough strength. But it will take them down their shield. Someone go and help those guys out, please. Or just kind of focus on their worlds. I think that world is going to be... That world has been bombed very quickly. There's a bit of defense, but not enough defense to stand up to what's coming after them at this point. There's a huge, huge amount of armies. The Rontov always bring good armies on. Those guys are kind of vaguely coming in, but they're about to be destroyed very, very quickly if they decide they actually want to do this. Yes, they've decided they do actually want to do a fight. So, oh no! Oh, the long range. Oh, the long range, dead. Oh, the long range. That's the one planet they've got. We don't even need to bother showing up for this one. Legio 1 can just kind of float around in space.
Shout out to Robert Wizawati in chat who says I officially changed my Discord name to Robin Waterweasel now.
Robin Waterweasel. Like it. Love it.
So yeah, also we have a Discord if you ever want to check that out.
We do. I keep meaning to add it to the video descriptions, then I keep forgetting to do so. If Thomas were here, he'd be annoyed at me.
I'll make a note.
Excellent. And are you going to bother landing your... Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a lot of... Oh, Claire. I don't think we need to bother showing up. Oh, more's coming. Oh, my God. We will blot out the sun with our flipping soldiers. Oh, and in comes more. In comes exo forces and slave armies. Oh, no slave armies. Don't talk about the slave armies, damn it. And that's it. That's their entire planet just taken. Their planet's gone. Right, so they're going to immediately surrender. That war's going to be over momentarily because we literally have a 100% war score on them. So any minute now they will give up. That old faction will be destroyed and we will simply vassalize the new faction. Probably. Anytime you're ready. Why have you not? There you go. Right, best possible outcome. Beautiful. End of the Velmanac silencers. I swear that's happened before. So just keep an eye on them on this occasion. Right, pause time. So these new lads who we're going to... Apparently they wouldn't be willing to accept vassalization. Why? Oh, because of distance. Okay, I'm going to offer them associate status, quite frankly. We're just going to offer them associate status That's absolutely fine. We can't invite them to the Federation just yet due to minus 16,000. You know what? Associate status is fine. Because associate status is good enough. So we'll offer them that, and we'll also offer them a migration treaty. So they will be offered that. They will therefore become momentarily... they'll become good, happy, free people. Yeah, lovely. And the entire galaxy goes minty green because they are now friends of ours. Now, who else have we got in here? The other people in here, meanwhile, are vassals. Vassals and... Oh, no, they've actually... And we'll be glad to have them. Yes, we will. Someone else just joined the flipping empire. I think it's... I don't even know anymore. Right, this is good. Right, what's left? Because okay, so we've taken care of those guys. Those guys are now friends, and the other guys are vassals of the Infinite Pond. These guys are vassals of the Rontor. The yellow guys are my vassals. There's nothing left apart from you, and you are the member of the... Oh, why are you members of the... If you're members of the... Independence is... Oh, no, independence is guaranteed by the Rontor, so has trade deals. So they are... Well, if you're just independence guaranteed by them, can we just liberate these guys in order to vassalize them again? Hang on, is the game going to mind if I just declare a quick war? Declare war. Is anyone going to object if we basically just liberate them in my image? No one is going to object to that, even though technically their independence is supposed to be guaranteed by the Rontor, but the Rontor will vote yes to a war of liberation. I'm just going to drop a coward save here in case I'm accidentally about to start a civil war. Just on the off chance. Just in case.
Everyone in the chat is saying unity right now.
Yes, unity, I'm aware. Traditions! Right. And we've also got ourselves... okay, so domination's 2 out of 5, but honestly, what it's producing at this point is... each vassal increases... Actually, each vassal... That's actually worth doing right now, because vassals, fleet levies, I actually do have some vassals now. Yeah, I'm going to take colonial viceroys for the sake of moving towards fleet levies, because fleet levies would be... It would give me a small boost at flipping least. It wouldn't flipping hurt. So yeah, that's fine. We'll definitely take fleet levies next time, and then after that we'll just take protection racket, even though it's useless to us, purely for the sake of domination, which is... What's the finisher effect? Technology shared between us and our subjects... that's not that great. But on the plus, it'll just give us the slot in Ascensions, which we need to work towards, because at any point, and yes, you have indeed been willing to work with us. You've been willing to work with us. So now that I've dropped the coward save, just in case this is about to go horribly wrong, we've won that war, beautiful. All we need to do now is basically just declare a total war of liberation against these guys, and then immediately vassalize them in my name. So total vassalization, that's all we've got. Yep, confirm that. War score of only 48 is required. Let's just go into that, just check that all goes. Everyone should vote for it, including the guys who are guaranteeing their independence. Are going to vote for it, apparently. Literally the entire galaxy is now voting, basically, to take out rogue states together. Yep, they've all agreed that we're going to take out these rogue states. And we probably don't even need to get involved in this, quite frankly. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. This is the last rogue state in the galaxy. Everyone else already has agreed.
The last war.
Yeah, this is the last war. Right flipping here. This is the last flipping war. We don't need any more wars after this, because literally everyone will be part of a empire that is dedicated to nice, big, xenophile openness. In comes... Oh, bloody hell. What have you even got here? Lovely, 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 lovely. Have you got any strength here whatsoever? What strength have you got? 7,500. That's what they've got. They've got 7,500 strength. Beautiful. Right, send in Legio 1 for fun. Because why the hell not, eh? Oh, actually, maybe I'll just leave this up to them. I kind of feel like leaving this up to my allies. I kind of want to see how they do on their own. Maybe I'll just go and take Dongal, just for fun. Because the tabbies have been they've been inside for a while. They could do with getting out...
They like it inside, John.
They could do with stretching their legs.
They like it inside.
They need to stretch their legs, Claire. Sometimes they need to go out and have a bit of exercise on the other side of the galaxy.
I think our tabby would disagree with you mightily, but never mind. A massive shout out to JD Wild, who just gave us $50. Thank you so much for your generosity. And he said, Hi John and Claire, just wanted to say thanks for keeping me entertained. I couldn't go anywhere during Harvey, so I rewatched the entirety of your Fallout New Vegas YOLO run. Still one of the best series I've ever watched. Oh, that's adorable. I just want to bring attention to the war declaration that was just when it... Oh, I missed it. Darn it. I had it on the screen a second ago. When we actually declared war against these guys, their response was... But why? Come on.
They're just like, why did you guys declare war against us? Look at us. You didn't need to do this. Why would you have done that to
Shout out
us?
to Benjamin Rich, who very appropriately gave us $2 and said it is time for your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
No, at this point, like, if I actually declared war on the Federation would actually... Wait, what?
I feel like you probably betrayed this tiny planet by, like, dumping the entire Federation on them in a giant civil war.
What's happened to the... Wait, what? Oh, ship maintenance is massively... Oh, that's why ship maintenance is just massively over capacity. That's fine. Just communicate with these guys, trade for minerals. Yeah, it's just we're massively over capacity right now. So we'll just get this up. What's my thing right now? Yeah, it's now my fleet is so over capacity at this point. It's due to... Yeah, I'm actually losing minerals when my fleet's not in dock. So that's good. That's always good. Right,
Shout out to Fire Dragons 42, who gave us $5 Canadian.
Best dollars.
And said, I am fully functional, programmed in multiple techniques. Also, shout out to Anthony, who gave us $5 and said, John is gonna be so disappointed when the endgame crisis happens. Month 1, look at that invasion. Month 2, combined forces the entire galaxy. Month 3, now what? And also a shout out to Kurt Lager, who earlier wanted us to exterminate all the non-Romans, and now sent another 50 Norwegian kroner and said, but if extermination is an accident, it's not genocide.
Actually,
I mean, we've seen previously in this very run that when extermination is an accident because John clicked the wrong button, it's still pretty bad.
It's still fairly bad, yes.
Yeah.
Though I have just realised something. We might want to leave these guys with one planet. And the reason we want to leave these guys with one planet is I need a rogue nation to declare a fake war against in future. And the reason for that is when an endgame crisis shows up, technically they never declare war. And if you don't declare war, I can't set my fleet to say, hey, why don't you follow us? So I basically need to leave these guys with literally one thing. I just need to leave these guys with one planet, just on its own, so that when the time comes, we can basically declare a fake war against them, a war of liberation, and then I just tell everyone to follow me, and then all the forces will converge on me regardless. So that will be marvellous right over there. So right now that's just... Hang on, who died? Someone has died. It is whoever was the governor of Thomas Punning has died. Which is fine, but I think we can do without him, quite frankly. How many leaders do we have? Like, they live for a long time, our leaders, because we've got so many flipping benefits to how long our leaders live. So, like, there's a scientist who's 142, just quietly getting on with it, no problem at all. 141, the Mentat is. Our Admiral, 134, and they're 100% fine. Lovely.
Shout out to Lead Ale, who gave us $5 and said, hi John and Claire, when you have the chance, can I see my grandmother's planet? Thanks. And I think this is someone who asked us to rename a planet in a prior episode of the stream. And I'm not sure which planet you mean, so if you want to reply me in the chat, you don't need to do another donation, but if you want to reply me in the chat and tell me which planet you mean, then we can go and check it out. And if it's a planet that we still have to name, you need to tell us the name again, because it was 2 weeks ago, so we're not sure which one you mean.
Good, beautiful little silhouette here.
Oh, that's so nice.
And the Rontor are coming in and are just going to basically take out the only fleet these guys have actually got. The only fleet these guys have got. Let's just double check meanwhile on our thing over here. Yep, we're doing just absolutely fine over there. Back over to this fight. It's probably pretty much over at this point, to be honest. And in we go. Yeah, they are being utterly, utterly shredded by a great big laser show. They did manage to get up close. Look, it's basically... Oh yeah, it's nothing but corvettes, unfortunately. And those corvettes are going to start going down very, very quickly. It's quite pretty though. It's actually quite pretty, but that's basically
like laser show.
The Rontor are basically
so
the Rontor have just basically rolled up with great big ships with loads of armor, and now they're basically just shooting all the little ships that are trying to circle around them, and just all the little ships collapsed, and then their bombers returned to the hangar, and now they're coming over here, presumably to put this planet under siege at this point, which is to Tomb Worlds. Don't see too many Tomb Worlds. Apparently these guys have good enough technology. They actually are capable of dealing with 2 mods, which is very cool. Right, we're up to 67% already. Right. Now, 67%, I might be willing to basically force a peace on them at this point. How are you guys doing, by the way? Down here. 67%. I might actually force the peace right now, just for the sake of... Yeah, I'm glad I remembered this. I do actually need 1 fake rogue state, just for the sake of declaring war against them in future. That's literally all I need. Okay, so I'm going to see what I can do in terms of... Oh, wait, hang on. That's the... Federation, the... Oh, no, sorry, that's always there. I was going to say, wait, I can't be president again. No, I'm not president again. How's the Federation fleet doing, by the way? It's got a capacity of 3,000, but no one's building it, irritatingly. So it could be 4 times bigger than it is. Like, potentially, me and the Galactic Fleet together could have close to 1 million. But
also, shout out to Lack of a Better Idea, who made some fan art for us.
Got some fan art for us. That is a... No more power, please. Oh, I think we do indeed have enough power.
Starfish people.
I think we do indeed have enough power coming in just this exact moment in time. The Galactic Imperial Fleet. Okay, now, let's see if we can settle this in such a way as I'm happy with. So, Dongal, I would like to move back into my possession. Yes. And then all we need to do is we just pick 2 other planets. So, if I was to pick, say... Which one do we want to leave be? We could just leave Pila on its own, quite frankly. Actually, no, leave the one that's squeezed between the 2. So, Detheris. Detheris could remain theirs. So, Pila and that one. They are willing to accept that. Then we'd liberate those 3. They would have literally nothing left but Detheris, which I believe is their smallest planet regardless, because the war score is relatively low. I'm going to send those demands, and then basically Detheris is just going to be the fake rogue nation that I can then go on to declare a fake war against later when the AI, when the crisis shows up, thus meaning I can actually unify the fleets properly and actually do a proper big showdown with them. So, send those demands, that's it, that's the end of the war. And they will accept it, because the game has said they will right there. Right, lovely. Now,
shout out to a street lamp who sent us another $2 and said, Canis sunt bonae sodalis latine oratore.
Sorry, let me see that. I need to see that.
Yeah.
Dog's good. And in Latin.
Speak Latin?
It's in Latin speech. Start. I can't remember. Bloody hell. It says dogs are good anyway. And dogs are good. Dogs are good. And I'm going to demand these guys vassalization as well as offering them a migration treaty. Let's just move them into the yellow and they move into... Why are you blue? I feel like you should be blue, but alright, fine. And then that leaves you guys as the only... Oh, we are receiving you, Roman. How can the Great Ilkhan Authority help you? They don't like the fact that they are now literally the only rogue nation in the entire galaxy. Ah, there they are. Those guys have changed to yellow.
Them, to be honest.
Right, and now that puts us in a situation now with that war wrapped up very, very nice and quickly. Finally, we can put this horrible bloodshed behind us. Oh god, I feel quite bad for starting that war. Oh god, we can put this horrible bloodshed behind us now. Please stop murdering us. And also, you want to trade something for something, and you want to hand over tons of energy. Yeah, great. And a migration. Yeah, you know what? Ilkhan can totally come into my galaxy. And the... Wait, hang on. The Rontor have the... Oh! They've been vassalized. I think they might have been formally vassalized. By the Rontor. Have you just been vassalized by the Rontor officially? Vassal under the Rontor. Ooh, that might be a problem. Declare war. Oh no, I think I might be able to, even though they're a... No, they're a subject. Right, there might not be a rogue nation in the galaxy anymore. Which could be a concern, actually. I think, unfortunately, every rogue nation has now been... Oh no, wait! There's one over here! Ooh! Oh no, they're not. No, darn it, they're... No! They're a flipping vassal under the warthogs. Okay, we've actually got a problem here, which is now everyone is us. There's no one left to actually declare. Oh, that's a concern.
Wait, what?
Okay, here's the thing. Like, you know, the thing we've discussed before. Like, Legio 1 has its mode where I can set it to take point or not. If I click take point, then
Yeah.
they'll follow. Then other fleets will converge on me, and they'll follow me around doing whatever I tell them to do and going wherever I go.
Yeah.
But they're only willing to do it during wars, because during peace, why would they follow you around? They've got their own stuff to do. So the problem is when the Scourge or the Unbidden show up, technically they don't have any diplomacy. They don't officially declare war. Everyone's kind of at a de facto state of war against them, but I can't take point and have everyone follow me. But if I was to have a rogue state off in the middle of nowhere, and that rogue state, I could simply say, hey, let's all have a war of liberation against those guys, and by the way, I'm going to take points in that war. Everyone will converge on me, and then I can just lead them into the endgame crisis and ignore the war I started. So,
Okay, well, a couple people have a couple of suggestions in the comments.
yes.
Some people, we've got people saying you should reload that coward save you made. You didn't make it for nothing. So
No,
you
I don't
should
like
do that.
coward saves for
Some
that.
people are saying you should release a vassal and then immediately declare war on them.
Actually, that's true. I could actually no. I think if
Oh
you
my
release a
God.
vassal, I don't think you can immediately declare war. I think there's a period of ceasefire.
You have to grant them independence and then
Yeah, I think, and after independence, I think there's a 10-year period. So if we had to, we absolutely could. That is true. Who are you guys
Yeah,
again?
people are just saying you should reload your save if you don't want to wait.
I don't think there's any point reload. Actually, you're right. We haven't really got anything out of that war, have we? There's not anything we've got out of that war. And now those guys have been... Okay, I think we just need you guys as congratulations. Sorry, the who are you? The Stellaris people. The Stellaris Tigerian. Beautiful. You are just North Korea of this universe. Well done. So not the auto save. I want the UUU save actually. Thank you. So we'll simply load that.
Yeah. So a shout out to Robert Witawati who gave us $5 and said, "Can you sexy say Goatbot is a good bot?"
Goatbot is a good bot.
Yep, there we go.
Shout out to Per Olof who gave us 200 Swedish krona and said, "Hello, I like that John is assassinating those mean inquisitors and medieval too. Thanks for that."
Finally, we are indeed getting round to it. Yes, beautiful.
A shout out to Textual Adventures who gave us $2 and said, "Going to bed soon, John. Read me your favorite poem, please."
Oh, blimey! I'm not sure what my favourite poem is off the top of my head. I'm genuinely not sure. I always liked one of the bloody hell! It's one of the war poems, one of the World War I poems, but I can't remember what its title is off the top of my head, and I don't know the words. So I'm afraid I can't. I cannot do that. But if I remember, I'll try and
Tweet about it later.
I'll try and tweet about it later if I remember. Right. So basically, we've got the galaxy where we want it to be right now, which is we've got one rogue state that we can has done absolutely nothing wrong. If we declare war on it, it will immediately respond with why. Why would you have done that to us? Yeah, everyone else is now literally on our side. The only other things floating around, like the odd pirate fleet or like the odd... Actually, I think it looks like the Stellar Devourer has actually been taken out by someone else at this point. Everyone else is a vassal or otherwise working for me. So, when the endgame crisis does actually show up, at that point, basically, we are ready to unite the entire galaxy behind us. Everyone will converge on our position. And actually, speaking of the entire... Oh, bloody hell, there's more stuff going on over there. Right, let's actually have a look, see what's going on with our array over there, by the way. Is it actually... Is it done over here? No, that's still a long way off. We're still building our array. It's getting there. Look at that.
People are
Sexy.
trying to guess your favorite poem, and someone is asking if it is The Charge of the Light Brigade.
I don't believe so, no. It's a classics World War I poem.
Slinger is saying, "Violets are blue, roses are red, go to bed."
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's that, Slinger, but thank you.
Mm-hmm. And we've got ourselves a nice big fortress here. Fortress bristling with gun emplacements to keep our beautiful, beautiful little thing safe here. I like it. I like how it rotates. Like my little rotating thing there. That's very cute. And yeah, we've got the Sentry Array site from which it is being built. Marvellous. And that will give us some good visibility as to what's going on in the world when it actually happens.
Shout out to Crispy Bacon who gave us $2 and was weighing in a few minutes ago with a release your subjects and then support independence.
Which,
I mean, we could have done that, but that seemed just a little bit like a dick move.
Yeah, that's more evil. That's even more evil than what we actually did. So that's nice. Oh, and the duck people have all moved out to Sasha. Sasha is a beautiful world that the duck people have all piled out to. So that's nice. And Sister Bay is doing very, very nicely as well. Lovely.
And also, we've got a further message from a street lamp who said that the second part of that message in Latin was supposed to say a fellow Latin orator.
Ah.
But it's been a while since he studied it, so... Yep.
Excellent.
There's a lot of people suggesting poetry in the chat, so... if people in the chat want to go and look at poems, then there's a lot of suggestions.
I'm trying to remember the last 2 lines. of the poem, because it's got a very distinctive final 2 lines, but I can't...
People are suggesting Dulcet et Decorum as by Wilfred Owen, and In Flanders Fields, which is by John McCrae.
I don't know if that's... I will try and look it up, and if nothing else, I'll confirm it in the next Stellaris stream.
Yeah,
also, I think, unfortunately, despite how long-lived my people are, I think finally some of them are starting to actually die. We've actually got a few deaths going on here, tragically. And we've also got... It didn't even have an autochthonic monument here, blimey. Yeah, a few people are starting to die here. Oh, the Admiral! The Admiral's actually passed away. Tragically. Okay, we need a new Admiral. That's very sad that we actually need a new Admiral at this point. Okay, so you need to pick a new Admiral here, because this might be the Admiral who leads us against the flipping crisis here. Cautious weapon range plus 10% is very tempting.
Ooh, and while we're at it, we have a new fan art from Conscript David in the subreddit, which I'm gonna post to the stream to the chat even right now, but I'm gonna show it to John first. Look at that.
Oh, that's really
It's
cute.
a celebration fan art.
I think this might supposed to be a bit of a reference to like Star Wars Episode 6. It's a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit like the end of Episode 6. I'm going to go for cautious, because weapon range plus 10%. Bear in mind, like, when the crisis shows up, I'm going to need to nail it with my battle cruisers from long range before it fires on us. So a cautious Admiral, I think, is the right way to go. Now, the problem is there's not really much of a way for him to get any experience, because there's nothing left for him to fight. So he's going to basically show up, sadly, pretty much inexperienced to the First Grand War. But we're just going to have to sort of deal with that, really. And at this point, I think pretty much we just need to... I mean, things can start... good. Actually, yeah, people are migrating at pace into this area because we've built... I love the visitor centre. The visitor centre's so bloody good for getting that stuff, people just kind of bloody pouring in. It's great. Who are you, by the way? You're a Fosson. Okay, anything I need to know about you, Fossons? Nothing major. You live a long time. Nothing too bad. Oh, you're part of the Internal Strength Committee who hates aliens. Despite having literally, migrated from abroad, from a different, worse empire. That's what you're doing, are you? Oh, well, good. Good. I'm so bloody glad. Right, and just keep those mines... coming in there. You come over to... Actually, you come over here. We don't need that to be a spot like that. Just keep on the autochthonic monuments here. Just keep that flipping energy coming in. You come up here, mine that 1 mineral, and build a mine when the opportunity shows up, please. Thank you very, very much indeed. Sister Bay is growing very, very fast. Very, very nice. That is doing beautifully. And Chestnut is... Oh, Chestnut's pretty much full up. I mean, we're ready to put almost all these straight into a flipping... Yeah. Planet Dave, Planet Leopold. People are migrating away from these to Sister Bay at this point, which people are just migrating out there. And loads of mushrooms are migrating out to Kara and Sersha. Beautiful. And once again, the flipping energy is full, but I don't really have anywhere to flipping put it, aside from just desperately pile on more ships, because why not, eh? We may as well just kind of keep piling on more ships, because I'm about to trade away all of this. So just keep those war elephants piling out there, and corvettes for days, and corvettes for days. And Brother Benor, your job is also just to keep producing corvettes for days, and it's just going to be all about the flipping... Actually, you know what? We need more flipping battleship assembly yards at some of these worlds. Yeah, battleships. Just more battleships. and more flipping corvettes to spend all the money, because we may as flipping well, and more flipping battleships. And Sister Bay, do you even have... Oh, Sister Bay, you need all sorts of stuff. Corvette assembly yards and battleship assembly yards. And Sasha, same for you, please. Oh, bloody hell. We need to get this ready. We need a massive... Ooh, you need flipping... No, you need flipping level 6 spaceport, thank you. Just keep upgrading that over and flipping over. That spent some money, meaning I can now sell the minerals as flipping always. Where are the bloody traders? There's a trader enclave. Communicate. Yeah, I haven't sold to you for a while. How would you like some flipping energy? Because I've got a lot of it. I've always got a lot of energy. Here you go. We're back up to 43,000 minerals. And not much to bloody spend it on, unfortunately. Aside from just throwing down planets. But at this point, honestly, it would be almost more wasteful. Ooh, that's nice. Sadly, the Kara and Sersha wasn't quite able. It was able to push like a little bit out, but not a huge amount out there. Maybe a tiny bit, actually. You know, there's probably some construction vessels floating around not doing anything. I swear there was one over here somewhere. Yeah, there you are. You, come over here. Build flipping mining stations. Why the bloody hell not, eh? In fact, there's one where you actually started, so build one there as well, please. Thank you.
Okay, so there are a couple of people asking us to check on planets that we named for them. So if you can look up a planet by its name, I'm not sure, but
I think you can, yes.
Lead AL was asking us to check on the Loy planet that we named after their grandmother in the last stream.
The which one?
Loy, which is L-O-Y.
Hang on. F
L-O-Y.
L-O-Y.
Yeah.
I don't remember an LOY planet. Are you sure we named that?
We said we would do it. I'm not sure. We definitely had the comment, and we definitely promised to name a planet. So if we haven't done it, we should do it.
I'm not sure we did it. I don't think that actually exists. I don't remember it either.
Well, I remember it and you don't, which is like really uncommon. So.
Are you sure you actually remember me actually naming that planet?
I remember that coming up.
I remember it coming up, but that doesn't mean necessarily happening, because we didn't necessarily...
Well, then you should definitely name a planet after their grandmother.
Oh, those guys, the envelope people want to migrate into my territory. Yes, you can. You absolutely flipping can.
Also, there was a planet in the Claire system that was named after 2 cats, and we should definitely check on that.
I remember that. Yes, you have New Worlds experience and synthetic. Yeah, let's have a scientist. Let's have a robo-scientist. Robo-scientist. Nice. We've now replaced one of our scientists with a robot. Yes, over in Clairthage 2. There was... I can't remember whether it was... Yeah, Peepers and Sheena.
Yeah.
The problem is, Peepers and Sheena was a molten world with habitability 0%, so it was nice and toasty, but no one will ever live there.
But it's nice, because
it can't even be terraformed.
They get to be, like, together and not have annoying humans.
Yes. So, nice and toasty. Right, any of these worlds...
Also there's someone in the chat asking if they can name their child after you, and we're all, like, kind of trying to figure out if their kid is going out.
Ooh, I think I missed this down here. There's a nice world down here called Walled Garden. That's actually really flipping nice.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
Shout out to Jabba J, who said maybe many a true baby was born in jest.
Approve of that. Oh, bloody hell. There's all sorts of non-aggression pacts are being broken all over the place. We are too weak to survive on our own, say the envelope people. Will the Pax Romana please just take us in? Yes, we will, you stupid bastards. We accept. We accept, you stupid envelope bastards. We have decided to absorb you. Oh, they actually came to us saying we're too weak to survive on our own. Please, please just take us in. Oh, that's wonderful. Right, we've also got unemployed pops and inactive buildings. Tribute offer. They just wish to give us free stuff, but we missed it because we already flipping vassalized them. Right, okay. Good. Right, so we do actually have one world that definitely needs setting up, which is, I missed, hang on, where is it? Was it down here? Yeah, I missed a really good world that we took off the slugs down here.
Oh, very nice.
So we can
what
take...
is it like?
It's a Gaia world. It's literally...
Ooh,
and also it's a holy world, so it's literally perfect. But as apparently we completely missed Loy last time, I think possibly we should do that.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's very close by to Conch Blocked, so I think what we'll probably do is we'll set someone up from Conch Blocked, In fact, as you know what, we'll make it up to the...
Yeah,
we'll make it up to the snails by actually putting a snail on there.
Yeah, so I hope you appreciate us naming a world in honor of your grandmother right by Conchblocked.
Mm-hmm. And the snails are literally... It's so close for them. It's so close by for them. It's incredibly close by. So keep that speeding along. Oh, anything else for us, Claire? While that colony ship is building?
We have a message from Loki who gave us £5 and said, I just finished signing up to Patreon. Woo!
Yeah.
I seriously consider everything on this channel to be better than anything on TV. Keep being awesome. Okay. I don't know, I mean, there's like Rick and Morty and Game of Thrones, I mean, like...
Mm-hmm. For only 1,700, I'm just going to turn this tomb world into an even better world, because screw it, why not? Let's make it into a nice continental world that's good for Romans. There we are.
Look how he's just ignoring me when I'm trying to ship him.
Huh? We've got... okay,
there's a lot of cool things on TV. Like, there's this show coming up on British TV called Bromans.
It's going to be amazing.
It's people, like, pretending to be Romans.
It's going to be the worst thing. It's going to be the worst thing.
It's going to be awful. John's going to be so sad.
I'm going to be so happy. Right, so the Hub of the Century Array is a state-of-the-art installation in its own right. Half listening post, half space telescope. However, it marks but the first milestone. And we've got ourselves... The Century Hub is complete in its first format, but that's not good enough. Upgrade it with a further 15,000.
Upgrade.
Yep, upgrade it in order to make it better. There we are. So that is now in production as well. And that's going to add a lovely thing on the bottom there. Very, very nice indeed. So it's going to have a big spire. So there we are. That's our beautiful thing there. Admittedly, I think we've already got visibility of just about everything already. But just in case, you know, the aliens move in and start causing trouble when the endgame crisis rocks up, it wouldn't hurt to have basically a bit of equipment that lets us see what's actually going on at all times. That would not be the worst thing in the world at all. The Sin want to come into our empire. They may. That's acceptable. And that's someone else's migration treaty and someone else. Basically, everyone is opening up their borders to everyone else. Borders have basically been abolished. We've created one big, huggy, lovely universe, as far as I can see. Hydroponics Farm 5. And anything else we want. Empire leader capacity, just... And resettlement costs. Yeah, just keep the flipping. You know what? I don't even think... Just in case we need that one. Get that one done in 6 months, please. In case we happen to enter that. Unit LFA-5. You are indeed my favourite. And I'm pretty sure I just saw a scientist literally dying. Yeah. Unfortunately, because many of them were hired at the same time. They're kind of dying at the same time. In fact, actually, I think that might have been the Mentat, wasn't it? Yeah, the Mentat was handling physics, I think. Right. So let's just go over to one of the Curator Enclaves. Yeah, there we are. And communicate with you, and I would like to... Hang on. Can we recruit one of your scientists? And you shall have a donation of 2,500. Yep, there it is. Fine, he's been hired. Actually, I think that might have run off. Run out, the last thing I can do. We want to, aid us in our research. We'd like to purchase the service. 5,000 energy for... Yeah, apparently I just haven't been bothering to do that for a while. Yes, do that. Abso-flipping-lutely. Beautiful. So that should get us a ton of extra science there. And now, if I go back in here, the Mentat should be... No, he's changed his name. He's now Sensei Borkaz, who's 42 years old and very good at everything. In he goes. Beautiful. And more migration treaties are just coming in times a million. Everyone is migrating to everyone else. It's just beautiful.
Shout out to Different, who gave us $5 and another suggestion for a poem that might be your fave.
Yes.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Venerate John, or we'll burn your planet to the ground.
I'm not sure that rhymes.
No, but like, what matters is that it touches the core of truth. You know, like a just universal human truth.
That is true, yes. That is reasonable. Now, sorry, what was the name of the planet we supposed? It was Loy, L-L-O-Y.
Yes.
There we go.
Sorry.
That has now been done. That has now been done. That will now be completed. Beautiful.
Also, shout out to Andre in the chat who wanted to know if there's ever going to be a Medieval 2 live stream.
There might be. There might well be. I wouldn't say it's necessarily imminent, but there could well be one thing of something of that nature at some point, yes. Energy credits plus 5%. Oh, we don't need energy credits plus 5%. Oh, God, no.
And speaking of Total War, we have a message from Dennis, who was super helpful last week with the Curious Expedition live stream and had a lot of tips for us.
Yes.
Says this time around, Can you please tell the chat that all the Total War games are cheap as hell right now on Steam?
They are. There's a load of
Go,
good sales
people,
going
go.
on. If you want to buy Total War, this is a good time to do it. They're very, very cheap indeed right now, I have been told. Someone else flagged that, I believe, on the subreddit. That is most definitely a true thing. And, everyone's ending their rivalries, and everyone is instead opening up their borders to everyone else. We've actually managed to create a unified, peaceful galaxy around this, and I really hope someone better be building up the Federation fleet. What else are you doing right now? There's no wars to fight. There's no flipping wars, you bastards. Like, we're all at peace for the time being. More research. Nutrient replicants. No. Cell revitalization. Everyone lives forever. Even the bloody robots. I feel like this would be unfair. Like, we're telling a robot, hey, can you just get on with stuff that makes leaders live longer? It's like, I live forever anyway. Why are you making me waste my time on this garbage project?
Shout out to Peter Weitzman, who gave us £2 and said, John, could you build another mega structure?
Could I build another mega structure? Actually, I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to, because right now I'm building or rather I'm improving the thing I've already got. Let's see if I'm actually allowed to, because I don't know if I'm even allowed to right now. Are you doing anything? You've got no orders at the exact moment in time. Are you allowed to build a mega structure? Yes, it would appear I am, even though I'm improving one thing. So I believe Science Nexus was kind of the other one, wasn't it? The Science Nexus came second. It was the... Oh, it was the Dyson Sphere.
The Dyson Sphere came second.
The Dyson Sphere came second. Okay. Well, I'd say let's find a good star, because you've actually got to find, like, a star we like the look of, and also a system that doesn't, like, have any planets in it, because obviously once you've, like, you know, blocked out the sun...
Yeah, sure.
Generally, and also the envelope people have apparently become more militaristic. Well, good luck with that. This looks like a fairly nice toasty empire in here. Yeah, nothing lives or works here. There's just a couple of mining platforms. If I could find like a system that's got literally nothing in it, like a completely empty, worthless system. Ah, here we go. Look at this. We've got ourselves a nice red star here. There's literally...
Ooh, that's very beautiful.
It's just a bunch of barren worlds. No one can live there. There's no mining things. There's no anything.
I think it would be very appropriate right now to deliver to you a poem by Goatbot.
Okay.
That actually rhymes.
Yep, fine. Acceptable.
Roses are blue, fire is red, John is a pyromaniac, the Arctic forest is dead.
That is...
See how that went really well with this like beautiful red star that you had on there?
Yep.
Yeah.
There we are, and you can just nip over here and just kind of get on with that. And you're right, we can spend another 300 influence setting up the basis of the Dyson Sphere. And once again, we're pretty much bloody full up on energy. Bloody hell. Right, just sell it. Sell it all. Sell it to anyone who'll buy the damn thing. Hello, do you want more energy? Good.
Shout out to Zachary H, who gave us $10 and said, glad I can finally catch one. I've watched the previous 10 over the last 2 weeks and even bought the game myself. Hope you're enjoying Stellaris. And also a shout out to Melons, who gave us $5 and said, I finally had a chance to catch the live stream last week for a moment and didn't get to say thanks for the entertainment. By the way, the wife says, don't bake again.
Okay, I'm literally not allowed to build a mega structure while one is being upgraded. So while the array is being upgraded, I cannot build a Dyson Sphere right here, unfortunately. It is not allowed. I just tried, it was not allowed. But you can just hang out here ready and waiting for it to happen in the future. Tragically, however, for the time being, the game is saying, like, no, that is not allowed at all.
Also, Robert Wazawati gave us $2 and said, hashtag Paxit, which is the thing that people have been saying in the chat. And no, you're not allowed. No
What?
Paxit.
What?
It's a reference to the thing called Brexit that we've been having.
Yeah, but what's it mean? As in, like...
Pax, I don't know.
As in peace? As in the Roman for peace?
No, as in the Pax Romana being you. As
Oh,
in your faction
right.
breaking away.
Right, sorry. It's a bit slow on the uptake there.
As in you telling the rest of the Galactic Federation to go screw themselves, but still, like, keep you as their king or something because you're special.
No, that would be a very bad idea.
Yeah,
that
I
would be.
concur.
Claire has strong feelings on Brexit. Don't bring up Brexit. Claire has very strong feelings about Brexit.
You have strong feelings about Brexit too. You wrote to our MP about Brexit.
I did.
To complain.
I did. But I think you have stronger opinions about Brexit.
Shocker that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we've got a message from Jeremy, who gave us $2. He's also a regular commenter, and said, any live stream plans for after Stellaris?
Yes, actually. I think I know exactly what's coming next, but that would be spoilers. So you don't get to hear that yet.
spoilers, sweetie.
Abso-flipping-lutely. And then we've got the Velmanex hegemony have become xenophobic. We'll screw those guys. We may have to go and stamp on them again later.
Mwahaha.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
our
dear.
good friend our good friend Sir Roderick says, tell John to upgrade all of his idle civilian ships.
That's literally what I was actually just recently doing. And I think I've got them all now.
Oh, sorry, I was busy being angry about Brexit.
That's acceptable. And also, Loy needs a spaceport.
Research
Of course,
complete.
Loy gets a spaceport. Down on the surface, how's Loy doing? And Loy, of course, first thing anything needs is it needs a visitor centre, because visitor centre gets migration in, and migration is just the best thing. So you go over there and be unemployed for a second, but the visitor centre will be done shortly, and then you'll start attracting new people, and as soon as you're grown, you can manage the government building, and then loads of people will start migrating out there. Technology research, strike, craft, damage, beautiful ship hull points, done. Yeah, get the ship hull points underway. We've got more flipping stuff. Migration treaty broken. Because you've just become xenophobic, you've just broken your migration treaties with everyone, I'm sure. That's absolutely fine. And probably more. Yeah, you're just breaking all your migration treaties with everybody. That's a-okay. And then, if we are lucky, we will actually at some point get over to... What else do we have here? Yeah, you're all fine. There's not much down here at this point. There's one more world inside Thomas Punning, but it's a small world and it's not a great one. That's inside a sector already. We've already got you. You are a small little system there. We've already got all of those worlds as well. More diplomatic offers. You're willing to hand over a ton of energy credits. Great. That puts us back at capacity of flipping get. Oh god. Right. Trade the minerals away as fast as possible. This is just a thing we do a lot of. And that's inside a thing as well. We're kind of running low on worlds to actually that are kind of worth colonizing. To be honest, I think there was one in the middle here I actually kept aside specially, but we got this little world. It's not bad. It's got Betharian on it. Betharian's kind of worth taking over just for that. Ooh!
Yeah.
Yes! Okay, so, it's the Unbidden!
Yes!
It's the Unbidden. It is the Unbidden. Instruments across the Pax Romana have suddenly picked up a subspace power surge of massive proportions coming from somewhere within our galaxy. Our scientists are struggling to come up with an explanation for the event. Nothing of its like has ever been recorded. The exact origin point of this sudden power surge is yet to be identified. We're still in the process of analysing the available data. Right, get rid of that. Keep at it and slow things down. Have they actually shown up immediately or are they about to show up? Okay.
Well, I thought when I saw the header of like power surge that it was because you were making too much energy.
No,
But,
as sensible as that would be.
Oh, there's panic in the chat. We're very
They're
excited.
here. They're coming. We now know what it is. It's the Unbidden. Now that's not so good. That's not so good because my fleet is set up. It was more appropriate for dealing with the Scourge. And the Swarm. So we're not so well set up. We're going to need to basically retrofit out. We're going to retrofit the ship in an emergency, pretty much, because now we need to make it better at taking out the shielding that these guys have got a lot of. So basically we need to start working on that as flipping soon as possible. But I think we're pretty well set up for the grand finale of the Stellaris livestream coming in 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, because the Unbidden are coming, and they are coming up against a united galaxy. Literally, the entire galaxy will be united against them. But this is a huge galaxy, meaning when they show up, they can show up with millions, potentially. And all we've got to throw against them are, I'm going to have like maybe close to 400,000 in total when we're actually done. It would be better, but my admiral's still relatively young and inexperienced, so we're sending a young kid out to command, which is marvellous, but literally the entire galaxy will be behind me. The Federation fleet of about 100k, me with about 400k, and then everyone else together. It's all of us together versus the Unbidden. We're gonna see what we can do about that. Me, my vassals, my allies, the Federation, everyone is flipping piling in, and that will be coming up in 2 weeks, the grand finale, and whether we win or lose, I will be revealing what is going to take this kind of series spot, because I've always liked the idea that this series has we do alternating weeks where it's one-off and then it's like a series with a bit more of a narrative to it. So we will be talking about what is going to replace the Stellaris live stream, when that comes to an end next week, and that will be beginning, of course, well, sorry, in 2 weeks technically, and then, of course, that will be beginning in 4 weeks' time, and I think you're going to like it. It's pretty darn cool and pretty darn exciting. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's coming up soon. Claire, do you have anything else to catch us up with before we actually wrap this up?
Before we go, shout out to Mumbles, who gave us $2 and just said 1488.
1488.
I am not sure.
Neither am I.
And shout out to Lead Ale, who was the person who asked to name the planet Loy for their grandmother, and gave us $5 and said, Claire, I don't know if John knows, but you can use the spaceport in sectors.
Yes, I know. It's kind of annoying because it doesn't show up in the outliner, so I find it very fiddly because you literally just like go, just zoom in and find the thing and click on it and stuff. So I generally don't bother. Because I generally find, like, especially when you're up to my stage, because I've taken the galactic domination thing, so therefore I've got 13 planets. Like, that's enough starports. Like, if I'm double pumping, like, from 13 different starports, never-ending battle cruisers and corvettes, like, even with an economy my size, that's a flipping nuff. So, yeah, I think we're under control with that. So, thank you all so very, very much for joining us on the session. We actually forgot to have a break, which is a shame because we bought 2 separate sets of snacks and we didn't actually have them.
Yes, but now we get to watch Rick and Morty.
Now we get to watch Rick and Morty and have the snacks after dinner. That's true, which is very, very good indeed. So, we will go and do that now. Thank you very, very much to people in the super chat.
Okay, so, like,
hang on.
in the chat are informing me that 1488 is neo-Nazi stuff, so, fuck you, basically.
Right.
And don't make me say shit like that.
Maybe just issue some bans at this point. That'd be good.
Yeah, but I didn't know because, like, I'm not a
No, I'm not. I don't mean yourself.
being.
I don't mean yourself.
Yeah.
I think it reflects well on us as human beings that neither of us had any clue that was a reference to anything. I think that reflects pretty well on us.
Anyway, shout out to Long Petkoff who donated $2 Australian with like a kissy face. So thank you very much for that.
Better, assuming
thank
a kissy face isn't
chat
actually.
To, like, letting us know. And like we didn't know. We're sorry. We wouldn't have said that if we did know.
Yes, let's.
Apologies for that.
Because apparently this needs reiterating in recent history, which is a shame. Nazis are shit. And if you're a Nazi, you're a shit. Okay?
Is that clear? Is that clear enough?
I think that's very clear. Also, Captain America punches Nazis.
Yes.
And it's not Hydra.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We've gone into a different thing there.
I mean, I'm just
tangentially connected.
Thanks for banning him, Jabba J.
Thank you, Jabba J. That should be perfectly clear. Yeah, Nazi shit. You're a Nazi. You're a shit. Pretty much. That's how it goes. Don't be a Nazi. Basically, that's pretty shit. We had
also people saying don't acknowledge it in the chat. See how well that works out when you don't say anything about it.
Good. Anyway, yes. Let's hang on. Just go over some things. So that's the grand finale of the Stellaris stream with the great big final showdown against probably 1 million strong in Unbidden is coming up. And honestly, if we can't beat them, then the Unbidden keep getting worse because like the Aberrant and the Vehement show up later and start fighting each other and the galaxy turns into a flipping war zone. So also they could show up anywhere because I'm not the only force in this galaxy that's got jump drives. Like everyone's using jump drives these days. The Rontor and the Sin and I think the Infinite Pond and the Bug People. So it's not necessarily going to spawn inside my territory. It could spawn literally anywhere. I have no idea where they're going to show up, and if it shows up like way over on this side of the galaxy, that could be more of a problem, because these empires over here are weak. So, like, if they basically, it will give them a chance to get a foothold, because it will take us time to draw together and get over there. Whereas if it starts over here, this side of the galaxy is relatively strong, because we've always been a good, strong, federation together. This side of the galaxy is much more divided and vulnerable, and thus there could be a chance to get some dimensional pillars down before we can organise and counterattack. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see about that. Coming very soon. Thank you very, very much indeed to everyone in the super chat. Hugely appreciate it. Thank you everyone on the Patrons. The Patrons particularly, in fact, actually, the Patron cast for this month is literally just happening. It is not... No, it's not too late to get your questions in. If you want to donate a single $1 a month to Patreon right now, the submission thread is open. You can ask me anything, and in a podcast that's
very often over 2 hours flipping long. I answer any... Claire has to edit the damn thing. She doesn't like it. I answer pretty much anything. So if you ever had any questions you wanted answered for certain, the Patreon cast is doing that. The submission thread for that is open on Patreon right now. $1 gets you that every month forever, which is absolutely lovely, I would say. We have got the mugs and the t-shirts currently in stock and new merch coming in soon. We've been discussing that with DFTBA, the people who do our merch. We are working on some new merch right now. We don't say anything just yet, but coaster sets. Right! We're working on that. No promises. It's a work in progress, but the many...
You literally just said it. How is that no promises?
No,
Oh my
no
God,
promises,
John.
but we're working on a many.
No promises, but Claire's working on it. So
No promises, but if it doesn't happen, it's Claire's fault.
Shout out to Cedric, who gave us one more Australian dollar. Thank you very much, a regular commenter. So we really appreciate that.
Right, let's go to the... There we are. That's the goodbye screen. That's the goodbye screen. Yes, so thank you very much to Super Chat, to Patreon, to everyone who keeps this going. Super Chat makes it so worthwhile for us. Like the... I mean, like, you know, you'd have to have been living under a rock to know that YouTube's in a bad place right now. And a lot of big, prominent YouTubers have been very publicly angry about it. You know, Hannah from Yogscast has recently been casting a huge amount of shade on YouTube on Twitter, for example. Dan of Nerds Cubed has obviously been very vocal as well. Huge numbers of very big prominent YouTubers. I've never seen the entire YouTube community so angry at YouTube collectively in the past. It's everyone is annoyed at YouTube right now, and with good flipping reason. So it's not a good place right now, YouTube. The monetization situation, the ad revenue is appalling. It's truly terrible. So thank you very much to the Super Chat people. It helps us a huge amount. Keep going, and obviously is a huge incentive for us to be doing this regular streaming that I think's been great fun. So I hope you've been enjoying it too. So, cracking on, we'll end this things off here. In about 10 minutes on the main channel, we will actually have... What will we have up first? Oh, we'll have the finale of Life is Strange Before the Storm, which has got a... It's got some emotional gut punches. Life is Strange does the emotional gut punches, and they are indeed coming up very, very soon indeed. The final little emotional gut punch is coming there. It's pretty good. The new dev team that are working on Life is Strange Before the Storm, they get why it works. So, yeah, there's some gut punch stuff there. And then, probably about an hour and a half after that, new episode of Skyrim. We will have some Skyrim coming up as well.
Shout out to our favorite username, Sir Roderick Quincy von Thunderbottom, the magnificent hiking of Australia, who gave us one Australian
who just threw in
dollar.
one final Australian dollar. So thank you very, very much indeed to you as well. So, we'll be back next week with like a big one-off thing. Haven't decided what it's going to be yet, actually. There's a few options floating around. So we'll be back with something new. Obviously, I'll kind of formally announce it next Friday. I haven't decided which one it's going to be. So that will be coming in a week's time. And in 2 weeks' time, the grand finale of Stellaris and the revelation of what is coming afterwards. But in the meantime, I've been John.
I've been Claire.
This has been Many a True Nerd. Thank you all so very, very much for joining us today. And goodbye.
Goodbye.
S Club. There ain't no party like an S Club party.